Yes, we're live. So, if you're watching the VOD, I was working and I just got off, and now we're able to watch map 3. And so we'll talk about it. I know that in the first map for C9 versus FX, C9 was pulling out the Yoru, the solo Yoru on Lotus, and it did not look good. In the 7 map, they go to play Breeze. And then that's where C9 finally turn up, because obviously it's their comfort map, whereas Lotus was kind of thrown off guard. And now we have split. Oh shit, I just realized you can't hear the audio.
Though some of them are now seeing the explosion forwards, but Jack ready to respond, and we're going to see it now with a util flying forwards.
So C9 flooding,
as well as the rest of the team. Cloud9.
Oh, then they
just continuation of that pack mentality, just grouped up, following where the action is.
That's immaculate stuff. The recognition that was a fake so early on.
I mean, maxing.
Yeah, going and grabbing the orb in the middle of this. The cam from Fireball Ops is a really good answer, but also just understanding the tendencies of your opponent. That they do like to fake a lot with their Sky util. And the Sky, Mazine, the leader, he's now stood here with an impossible task on his shoulders. Try to win a 1v5 to recover a pistol round.
He's revealed his hands. Have to hope a couple of these stray shots go his way, but swiftly dealt with. Just with the ghost in hand.
C9 won the pistol.
Early here for Cloud9.
And at the beginning of this stage, C9 could not find a pistol to save their lives.
They finally get their first pistol.
It was an actual impossibility.
Oh, no. Actually, they did get their pistol
game,
on
they've only lost a single one of them.
Breeze.
They very quickly turned that one back around. So
Damn,
great
it's been a
starts
long
to these
day.
halves in
It's been a
general
long
from
day.
C9. And a great opening here, showcasing some good prep, good defensive setups, really good quick reactions.
Attack pause, no.
All bangers end on split. All bangers also have a pause of technica.
Of course, yeah, they have to.
That's how it goes.
It's
no.
Yeah, as you can see on the stage, it's looks like one of the players.
Yeah, it's a mild audio issue.
On the Book Show side of the stage.
Zelsis looked like he was thinking really hard there. I could see the cogs turn.
Yeah, was he about to stand up and fix it, problem? Is that what you're implying?
I don't know. I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
No.
Into the action soon enough, though, as soon as we resolve this one.
Yeah, there's pressure on both of these teams, but I think Fluxo in particular, after you have such a great start on your map pick, you're feeling like you're on top of the world, and then that adrenaline crash as just none of your ideas are working on map 2 can be pretty tough to pick yourself back up from.
It's a reality check.
Right, audio issue resolved. Heading back into the game.
Yeah, there you go.
Very quick.
Sweet, we like that.
Seamless.
Oh, we're back.
Seamless. Couple things to note in terms of Fluxo's attack side if you haven't seen it before. JCC is very committed to these A-lurks.
And quick attack pause, thank God. Thank God.
Fast double dash up mid. But on this eco, they're just hoping, by the look of it, that they can bait OXY into going for something aggressive.
We're good with audio, right? We're good. Okay.
Yeah, some level of information given to Jack doesn't paint out the whole picture. Looks like we're not keen to really engage.
Fireball Ops has changed his cam position, and it can actually see over the top of some portion of this wall.
There's only JZA spotted there by the dog, so it doesn't give away the game. Now that's going to be giving things away. You see the jet updrafting, up and away in 2 down. It's a cheeky idea. Love that one, but Jack is locked in and ready to go, but he just can't
Jack
quite
gets
pull out the pistol in
overwhelmed.
time.
They're flooding site to retake, and they get trades.
The trades pretty good.
Zelsis has to live. There's a bunch of guns on the floor.
Guns not really able to be reclaimed, and JZA can't do much on that high
Mazine
ground.
hasn't picked up a gun.
Bring around the rosies. Mazine just trying to barely escape out. Hold on. Can't really slip the net though, can he? Vic though is going to be watching for this one. Maybe if he was blessed with the right clicks, but we're not living in that era.
You can see there the threat that they posed, though, with the double duelist. They didn't have the guns to be able to execute it, but that dash in from Parla hides inside of his Cloudburst. Second Sky Flash comes out. This pressure right here. You can imagine a world where that starts snowballing. either because Parla gets the kill or Zenatsu gets the trade. It can be a tough comp to play against. Oh,
No.
oh, the lid
cap
was on. The lid was on. We're saved from another tech pause. Hallelujah. All right, this might be that double dash up mid that I was talking about. No, they're just waiting for a reaction. Again, Mazine is going to be putting pressure with his Sky Util in the opposite direction to where his team is looking to eventually try to take.
All right, we're good. We're good. We're now set up on stream.
Just purely holding.
We can focus on this bonus round.
Look, they're immediately re-clearing this. There's a
Yeah.
question mark created at top ramp, sorry. And instantly, Jack with a flash, Zelsis goes and clears it, and now they know that that A-ramp pressure was fake.
Even using the dog.
Dogging to re-clear
Just to
A.
make sure. I mean, and now there's no threat over towards A-ramp at all. And Mazine sends the pack away from him once more. The initiator utility is not for you guys. It's purely for the fake.
There's no follow-up over this, though. Doesn't really tell much on either side. Jizazado would be hearing that the Trailblazer was used, so that's why he's calling for the mass rotation. There is no pre-clear going to be occurring, but this angle from Fireball Ops could be everything. It's a very aggressive angle,
All right, we're
but
good.
Zagalo goes to work them, so why not? And there it is. 2 shots. We'll clean it up. Pala straight in there with a trade. Fast lane, but no follow-up.
Pala's
Pala's
the
the
one
one
with
with a spike. Yeah. Just take note of that one.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Usual plan
We're
spot.
good. And
Nobody over
so
towards A-ramp to stop the
4v4 we
retake from
take.
through. 4v4 and C9 have got bad weapons, but
Oxy
good
has a
position.
guardian.
Yeah, positioning could be everything.
There's
as we've
no.
seen. It's the nature of split these days.
There's nobody outside of A.
Look, show the ones that
Tryna-
are twisting and turning,
tryna
feeling
hold.
that they are pending.
So they just have to focus on sight. What a good stun.
It's good with a connection. It's
Easy
perfect at
clear
that.
for
Oxy straight
Oxy.
in there with a guardian, and this guy is not
Oh,
stopping anytime
damage.
soon. Damage done.
Yep.
Finally stunted. This is still a potential now for Cloud9.
Oh,
especially with
ding.
shots like this, the damage done. And
Whoa.
Transition. Got caught in
There's a drop down there.
transition.
Maybe there was a world. It's barely
And
handled. She'll get it on the
I mean, it's a
board.
good bonus
It's an
regardless.
important round for Fluxo to be able to actually put on the board, but man, the ghosts were popping heads all over the place, and that's actually done quite a bit of damage there. There's going to be at least one player coming into the next round without a rifle,
Let's
look at
go.
things. Or they're going to have to compromise on utility.
And so, damn, see, you got an aim punch.
Jack almost being able to pick up Parla.
And you just got
Kills
double
though to
swinged
put
on
on
at the
board.
end.
Yeah, they are going to sacrifice a bit of util. No boombot, no sky heal.
Right now,
Camera to
it's
the corner. Has to be dealt with.
C9 Fireball Ops
Scenario
on
here where
A.
Parla is
I
inserted
think they're expecting a fast A,
little
that's
far,
why.
Just almost as if they're expecting.
And they
an
have the
input.
strong sight towards
It's really
B.
unlikely C9 are going to
Nobody's really watching
Be
mid.
pushing on
Someone
mid-round
could be
timing,
taking a timing in heaven.
B main reclear makes a
But
lot more
now,
sense. Oxy
Yeah.
gets posted on
C9
the
are
B
taking B main.
Exactly right. Cloud9
I mean, there's holes in the map.
wasting the space that they've been given.
However, they have given Zenatsu a lot of space in B heaven if he wants to go and take it.
Just sat there though. I don't really know what the objective is.
I think he will come back eventually to help with the B split. Jizz is starting to come back over here as
Oxy.
well. Jizz and Zenatsu can meet up.
They're gonna.
Fighting B main
Oh,
is everything.
they think it's clear.
Flashes and connect though.
Good
And there it is.
stun.
Paranoia is want to play off the back of this one alongside
Fighting for
that
B.
stun. It's B main control.
But
We said it. It's everything. Another smoke.
now
ready,
C9
lay it
have to
down
worry
on top
about
of it. He
heaven.
lost control over towards B heaven. It's a pain point here for Cloud9, especially if they want to be over aggressive onto B.
I think this is fairly obvious that they're going for a play through B heaven right
30
now.
seconds
When you
left.
smoke it off like this, surely
Yeah.
C9 are aware.
Feels
Yeah,
like
they
it.
are.
oh,
Down together, they don't really
trade.
have a flash to play themselves in, and it's a bit disjointed here.
Paula.
Paolo, though, still has found his footing onto the side. Needs the rest of the pack now to
Russellman.
rejoin him, moving forwards. Cloud9, it's Vic and Jack.
Oh, they're holding
Forwards now, time is of
timing.
the essence, and there's
Double
not a lot to
swing.
go
Vic is
around.
isolated.
Good show. Gonna try and
Trade.
find a way forwards now with 8 seconds remaining. The plan
Jack
has to
has-
be committed. It's Mazine into the corner. That
Oh,
ice has a 1v1.
Jack is.
Mazine not able to help out. Snakebite layer down. That is it. Damage
Whoa.
done and more.
Whoa.
A round win. Added up onto the belt here of Cloud9.
I thought Jack was dead as soon as he took out his
Fluxo's
classic.
success on Lotus came from double duelist diving onto anchors and destroying them. Where's that gone?
I don't know.
Where is it? Why are they now playing a really slow thinking
Yeah,
man's
they
kind
are
of game
pumping. They
where
are
they're
pumping
inserting
as
people
hard.
into unusual positions?
In those moments, you know, try to make plans go together, okay? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Little boys all grown up.
Well, I don't need to be hearing that from Zelsis either. especially with words like that coming out your mouth. But it's just, it's been a long
Don't
day.
do that to me.
It's been a long
Don't
day.
do that to me.
It's been, you did it to yourself. It's been a long day. 3-1. Let's lock in, shall we? Let's lock in.
There's a little bit of sting here. Hold on. There's knives. And there's a gun on JSSA. Why is JSSA not having the gun with the pack? Seems a bit weird to have that on the lurker.
Yeah, they're
Ken Mazine using Sky Util that's not
being
the
a
same as
lot
Duelist.
passive,
I don't get it, man.
It feels like they've lost the plot.
whereas C9 is
Very
passive
reluctant
on
to
their
just
defense too.
let Parler and Zenatsu off the
Now, in
leash.
this round, we have OXY
You can afford to take a few more risks here, though. Like
just
you were saying,
playing
play
spawn,
some
like,
danger
he's
here.
just fast rotate.
Zenatsu the gun and just let him
I've
go.
got your
Yeah.
trail.
Send it a little bit. Seeker's going to be used at that minute mark. Clear up a lot of this one
It's
here.
just
They're already broken in
classics,
through
except for
mid.
JZZ.
One there we go. Okay.
50 seconds. They've taken mid, but they don't have anything else.
Yeah.
They love going for 1-3-1 defaults. That is.
Now
also
they're about to
after
just
the
hit
play.
B against the Cypher
Come
site.
back into a B pop. Zelsis hasn't used a snake bite. Still fireball ops with everything to work with.
Ooh, timing.
Jesus
Fuel.
says
You have
Oh.
fuel.
They
he's
just spotted each
A-lurking
other.
As his team goes for a B exec.
Oh,
It's
what an
bizarre. Power's
entry.
gonna be shut down straight out of the arcade.
And
Vision
Zelsis at least
shooting
gets
out from the
one.
back of the side. It's the overdrive
And it's the
forcing
easiest.
the issue. And what a shot there.
I was about to
Tui's.
say it's the
It's a
easiest
cracking one.
kills for
So to the rest
OXY.
almost immediately now. We're going to see that Cosmic Divide to split up the site.
Ooh, that
I just
first
ate my
round
words.
Went into the smoke. JSSA might have a chance here.
Oh,
10 seconds,
barrel
Tui's
stuffs
out,
him.
picking up that upgrade. Jack being hard pressed now.
What is Jack doing?
Trailblaze is also going to be broken, just dodging and weaving here, taking a lot of damage though, and there it is, a round on the board.
Hard fought for Fluxo, but it's a shot from Tui's.
Yeah,
That one
Tui
Sheriff
saves
shot
around. It
to
looks
shut
like
down
C9's
Oxy when he's
round.
in the middle of his ult is
I'm being
everything
honest.
in this round. Absolutely everything. I'm not a big fan of the
Yeah.
way that they set themselves up for success there. I think they made it harder than it needed to be. They had their only rifle.
See,
was on
you
the
get a
green
trade.
hook as they hit a B exec.
That's the
Crazy
trade.
stuff.
OXY
Somehow-
gets. But damn, Tui saves the round.
That trophy lifting caliber comes out of Tui's again. Hits the shot that he needs to be
What
able
a
to get him
shot.
across the line.
What a shot.
Parler going to help Jezizé on this lurk. They do this a lot where they have Parler and Jezizé holding a kind of 1-2-2 default. Very strange, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Because they're also Parler and Jezizé.
Let me put up a prediction.
Aggressive time. It's still passive, but they commit an extra body over there.
Let me put up a
Progression that's
prediction. A
really
prediction.
Going to be arriving anytime soon.
A prediction.
Do they go for an A exec with Mazine this time?
It's Cam. It's devious. Might be able to catch the timing as well, spotting a couple of these players out. Yep, Fireball Ops wants to spam off of this one. Saw that they were crossing,
I've got your
and he's called for it immediately. Player's going to be returning now. Cloud9 trying to help out. Zenatsu. Satchel movement. It's going straight up into the skybox now, and as well. How are they going to
Whoa.
be bursting through this one? There it is with dash
Trade.
forwards. Eventually do.
Celsius has a
Pocket of
judge,
play forwards and through and in.
but
Fireball Ops is just chipping
they're
away
just
at
to
them.
invent.
Making it hard
It's a
press, really,
4v3
to hit
retake.
anything whatsoever. JZZ has gone for the plant onto A, and Tui's miles away.
Yeah, but he's an Astra. I think you actually can get away with that
No,
here
not
if you're
fair.
2Es.
He's got to speed up. They're going to be aware, surely. They're going to be looking behind them.
C9.
Now they've realised it, yeah.
I mean, the pull's on a 40-second cooldown.
Yeah, it's
C9.
miles away now. Tui's trying to get involved. It's up to the
And they're
active
just.
players. JZZ, what can you do? You
Oh,
stand
almost
up to
got
it, not
two.
quite. Cloud9 have every angle covered.
I got to give a lot of credit to Fireball Ops. He's finding cams all over the place on A that are devastating Fluxo's play.
Big ult too.
Yeah, the ult was fantastic, wasn't it? Completely exposed what Tui's was going for. But the setup, he catches Mazine coming in off the trip. The cam spots all of the information and gives the defensive rotates tons of time to get there. That's probably the third or fourth round where his cam has spotted the A pressure. And this is a massive problem for Fluxo to deal with. And part of the problem is that they're trying to play this very slow, intelligent game on their attack side. 1-3-1 defaulting and hoping that they're denying a lot of information. Mazine constantly using his Sky Util away from the pack to disguise his intentions. But in reality, then they just walk towards Fireball Ops and he goes, lads, they're coming this way. Yeah. And it's as simple as that. Fireball
Painted it all
Ops,
out.
I have loved the way that this guy has had a glow up. When he first joined the team, this squad was having a lot of troubles. And you didn't really get to see the talent shine from him and Jack. Well, now recently, especially on Split, I've loved watching him on Split. having Imi drop down to that assistant coach position and just give Fireball Ops a bunch of information about what the defending setup looks like and how you should best lurk into these spots. It seems to have empowered him, and his aim has been crispy. It's just been a joy to watch.
It feels like finally we're getting the best out of all of these promising talent joined into Cloud9. Absolutely everybody is flourishing as a result of it. New direction as well. Via being put into that head coach seat, and honestly credit to Imi as well. A lot of the preparation players have been talking about it is anti-sharding. Pretty clear win cons, and we're seeing an adjustment.
They set up on B. I wonder if FX decide to
from the Cypher setup. Go for something simple like a B
do tempo.
Right. Yeah. Especially if Zenatsu can pick up the orb. Like, this makes sense from Fluxo's point of view. A aggression for the first time as well. If they had gone for that double setup, maybe they could have caught Oxy here, but instead they're getting set.
So, and they're just gonna pop out of the smoke onto Cypher site. Oh, Fireball isn't ready.
Fireball wasn't ready for that level of aggression onto the one side. Zenatsu will punish all the way into spawn here. Cloud9 all over the place here, but they are rapidly approaching him through spawn.
5v4 retake.
Jizzes is holding for it.
And Vic is one away from all. Zelsis is one away from all.
Oxy's not ready for this one. The Bulldog plays ready. Intact now, showstopper utilized.
But Fluxo has their counters.
I mean, that shows you how scattered they are mentally. I think they just don't have the confidence and the bandwidth to be thinking about how they should be saving those ultimates. They weren't under that
Vic on the cam, he's already talking.
But fair enough. I mean, listen, end of the day, that was a bit of a weaker buy. They also come in with a very simple game plan. We are going to go towards B.
Yeah, they don't have a sentinel, so most of the space they could take either together or for free.
Immediately. I want to see more of that.
They should be at least flanking half of these rounds.
Keep it faster as well. Yeah.
Too much respect from C9.
I think the tension that they're feeling potentially in this one, they were having to use ults towards the tail end of that one, but
yeah.
At the end of the day, a round win is a round win.
I think if we had seen this map go from Lotus to Split, we'd probably be seeing them playing with a lot more aggression.
Sure, yeah.
But it feels like that got beaten out of them on Breeze.
Especially when it's one of your better maps and it's just getting hard red. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Cloud9 had so many good ideas to shut them down.
Yeah. Gets in your head a lot. All right, so now splitting apart the setup here.
I have a feeling this round, or this map goes to OT.
For the B Heaven player to spam off and get a kill. Interesting idea.
Vic, 75 health, drop down here. Spotting some of the presence. The setup being peeled back to a degree.
Causes Zelsis to lean over, wondering if he needs to commit a snake bite. JZZ here might try to activate, but they're ready for it.
And how does JZZ get the kill?
1-for-1 is not bad, actually, though, especially when it's the demon known as OXY who has fallen.
Not only did he have to break the dog, but
increasingly obvious though where this hit's going to be coming through onto.
He still got Oxy. I imagine Oxy just whiffed. Double entry. Spam. Oh, two. Thick. Oh, he just dies for free. Oh, and Jack stays around. Yo.
Jack to close it out there. He had a really difficult.
Yo, that was a little sketchy.
And here, able to clean up top of the scoreboard for C9.
That was a little sketchy.
Janitor duty. Oh, look at that. Cam catching contact. That wasn't really the issue. I really like, actually, the fact that they were able to still get past the trip at New Box with a flash for Zenatsu to play on.
Good hold, guys. Come on, Jack.
It's closer, at the very least, when Fluxo are going for ideas like that, the B-pop.
Yeah, finding ways to get in, but
this is not going to be a full A committal, though, because
so this time,
mid. So they're still planning on just A ramp defaulting by the look of it.
Yeah, they have an A default.
It's going to be another one of these slightly slower
seeing if C9 are gonna walk towards bottom mid.
Gearing up.
Seeing if C9 also reclear B, and that's just a bad angle to take.
Just as he's being cleared as well. C9 have been extremely proactive at clearing those A ramp positions.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
4
they've got a read that it's gonna
defenders in
like, anytime
spawn.
there's fake A ramp pressure,
Nobody
it's
is.
a B finish.
So this is the second time that
And they just know.
Fluke Show is literally
Zanatsu's got to be the playmaker here up through B heaven.
near
This is the
heaven,
gap
and
that
they
C9
don't
is
go and try to take vent into B. Or sorry, vent into A.
Potentially trying to jump on it, but OXY just turns his
Timing.
attention towards it and snaps to it. Straight to the dome.
They're just set on
Zanatsu
B splitting, but they don't ever want to take vent into A. I mean, they're literally giving up heaven. I mean, besides that time. Besides the time that OXY was there.
Fluxo get the whole of mid, but it just feels like they don't quite know what to do with it.
No.
They could run a B split, and I think it would be devastatingly good.
I mean, Cloud9 is
Now
so
Chem is watching
The
heaven.
whole of heaven.
Yeah, the entirety of B heaven. It's a nightmare if you're anchoring B as a defender.
Yeah.
If you lose control of that space.
I think Zelsis has to be really cautious playing against this comp in general in mid.
And then
Like,
it's
mid
just
is
a
not an
save.
area that you can particularly defend. If you think about how Vipers would normally want to defend it with the orb and, you know, playing around that, both duelists can jump on boxes and see above your orb. They can run you down with some fast flash and dash play in mid. Zelsis has to give up a lot of mid control, so you can just take it. And if you just walk up mid, then you're going to be able to run really good splits. There is a reason why this map is called Splits. Nightmare for STK.
Frustration. STK contemplating.
Haven't seen one of those before.
Second guessing.
Maybe heard something in the comms that he liked. You know, he was gonna call for just B hits, and then here's his team say it anyway. Fireball Ops fell to one of these explosive B pops before. Can they find him once again?
Again, he's going to be challenged.
Yeah.
He's going to be watched for here. But
It's their bread and butter. And C9 are flooding. Oh, timing. Oh, OXY and JZ saves the round.
This time, spelling it all the way out. That's a pit that's going to be dropped down.
Twos is low. 2v2.
He's though only on 5 HP.
And he dies to the snake bite.
With the pit up, perhaps there's going to be a chance.
That dog is so big. But they have no idea.
By process of elimination, they know where JSSA is now, I think.
Surely, but still obfuscated for now.
They think he's rapping heaven. Oh, almost got an ace.
He's done what he can.
He really has. It's Celsius, though, that has it under control.
You can see the way that C9 are adapting and learning over time. They've been caught a couple of moments in rounds earlier by that double blast pack and the flash play out through new box. You normally expect double duelist teams to go straight down the gut, but Fluxo have been doing a lot more of this new box push. And you see OXY and Vic just read it completely here. There's a parallel down the line as they flood out through heaven. And then OXY's running around inside those smokes knowing that he could just clean people up.
Come on, baby, let's go.
C9 are fully in control of this.
Yeah, C9 could make these rounds a lot more
The score is
cleaner.
still only at 7-3 right now. It's not like they are dominating with a 10-2 half like it was on Breeze, but they are the team controlling every aspect of this.
Yeah. Certainly are, and then finally STK hits the button. He was contemplating it earlier, didn't go for it. Wanted to trust in the team, but now feeling like they need these last few rounds.
Yeah.
Essential work needs to be done to just make it even
That's the second time as well.
Yeah, exactly, right? Which is probably why he was umming and ahhing about it, right? Because you don't want to be wasting it potentially, but it's not going to be a waste if you can get your team back on track.
If you can get another 2 rounds out of this, give yourself a 7-5 half to work with, and then you're going into your defense side where you have an idea of how C9 want to play it, it's still going to be very tough. This comp is an attack-sided comp. If you go in down at the half, no matter what, you are going to be feeling like you're under pressure. But listen, a 7-5 is better than a 9-3. Genius VCT analysis coming at you from Sideshow. You won't find it anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not like you need a university degree to do this, so.
Cheap shot.
I'm right there with you, buddy. We're in the same boat. We'll see it now. Aggression. This is what Fluxo were trying to wait for the entire time with SLO
trade.
but
OXY's just
a timeout. It's a perfect twist.
gonna drop 80.
Tail is being woven out here by Cloud9. Unanticipated. They've been passive almost the entire time, waiting for the fight to come to them.
Yep.
And now they turn up the tempo.
And they were just holding that in their back pocket until the second tag timeout was used. It's a great thing to go for. It disrupts it. It's pretty much like what was happening on Breeze. There is a massive gap here for Mazin to go forwards, but he's going to be so tentative. There could be players around any one of these corners. But if he can find a gap, maybe JZZ can come back to him. Maybe they can pull out some brilliance like JZZ's 4K in the previous round. He's got every piece of his util to work with. There's a chance.
There is a chance. You've been given this much space and this much respect.
The problem is the guy with the
Yeah.
feels like he has to make the play. JZZ needs to
They're just all holding spawn.
more aggressive
Get
position.
involved. That's a spike drop down.
Get involved, bro.
There's 22 seconds left.
Well,
And it's not winnable.
it's a save now.
It's not winnable.
Definitely will be. Decision is made.
I
That's not what you want to see.
Nah, it's very frustrating from Mazin's point of view when, you know, he's secured the whole of the B site and he feels like he could be in an opportunity to make a play, but he can't do everything.
No. I gotta say though, we've got to speak positives. Cloud9 be coming out with some absolute worldy of reactions outside of the timeouts.
Yeah. The two maps that they feel comfortable on in this pool, Breeze and Split, they've just been cooking.
Yeah. And the fast tempo play here just went the entire game. Lucio just been expecting it, waiting, holding these very slow defaults, 2-2-1s, whatever you want to call it. And then they immediately turn it up.
I'd love to see Fluxo themselves do something fast. They have a very fast mid-take. I've seen them do it, but not in this game.
1-3-1.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold
Oh,
on.
they're taking mid.
18 flashed.
It's an updraft.
It's a disaster.
Don't
They're trying to
start.
ace
It's early
split,
days.
but
Don't
C9 have the Viper in A. And so they decide to B split.
It's going to be easing up the pressure now from
It's
that
just
A work
fake.
angle.
There's a
No
trip on
longer a
site.
problem. Up through B heaven. It's all to play for now.
And they're
Fluxo
not.
onto this
Oh,
high ground.
what a
That is
shot.
it. Lovely is the entry.
What a shot.
Straight side step and most of it now. Trailblazer as well. Going to be dodged and juked.
Look at OXY on the flank.
He's so fast. He's already taken up residency. B main.
Yeah, they don't know.
Listen,
They're just trying to make as much. And he gets the collat.
Two drop down, facing the wrong way. All that pressure, Cloud9.
Oxy's just trying to create a distraction.
Quick to jump on it
Buy
now.
as
Listen,
much
Cloud9
time
has
as
to be committed.
possible.
So Natsu need to pick. If he can
Needs
find
to
a
Oh, the timing.
Waldo causing divide.
Timing.
He's found an angle potentially to work around. Ult now online. Showstopper. It's going to be used. Bleeding time off the clock. And with that,
2v2.
the kill found. 5
Now
ups.
Oxy has to activate.
Fuse running out. Might as well fire a rocket. Doesn't buy you as much time as you were hoping.
Wow, Impala
Shots like
just
that. What a round! The hell cares? Fluxo, they potentially now have a lifeline.
What a round from Fluxo that was. They got themselves into a great position, and then they fumbled it a little bit with Oxy's flank, and then they recovered it with some incredible playmaking from Zenatsu and Pala, powered by their duelist ults. We do not need to see that part again. The rest was brilliant.
See the blade storms though. Taking over towards the end there. That's a lovely shot. I mean, just a preempt as well.
Yep.
The swing in the face, it is sublime, and it's potentially given his team a chance.
Yo. That was C9's round. They just got cut off timings. Yo. Who we got lurking? Who we got lurking? I think right now Oxy has like.
All right, so Oxy, I was watching from home and couldn't believe my eyes when I saw C9 pull off an incredible win. And I mean, listen, I know you guys are great, but 100 Thieves is an excellent team. They've been playing great all stage long. What was that reaction? And how'd you guys feel when you walked off that stage after beating what was arguably like the best team in your group?
I will say, after the G2 game, we were a little shaky, but I'm not gonna lie, we caught our stride and we were very confident after the 100 Thieves win, so
Yeah.
I'm very happy now.
Okay. So look at that. So happy, so thrilled, so full of joy in life. Love to see it. Look at this happiness. Enjoy.
OXY has
That's a
15.
happy guy.
Right now,
Guy at the top of the scoreboard.
It's nice to see
he has
Cloud9
55.
definitely turned around a lot of those frowns that we were seeing earlier on in the stage. They were in just a dismal state, to be honest, the way that they were playing, but they are looking a lot better week on week, and it shows, honestly. Good adjustments and reactions, but highlighting and focusing, I think. Fluxo, maybe there's a chance, maybe there's a world. A pistol round brings it into more of a possibility.
We heard from the Fluxo players earlier on, and they were talking about the dream powering them through. Well, they are down at 8-4. The dream is hanging on by a thread here in the upper bracket of play-ins. And they are facing a C9 attack side that has lurk threats on either avenue. I think C9 are really good at piloting this combat. They put pressure on both outsides of the map with their lurkers, and then they have 3 through the
So
middle.
how does C9 approach this
Tough
attack
to play
side?
against.
There's a lot of pressure.
Will you to live? They have Vix blind.
Space.
Oxy's relay bolt.
Plan is
2
have built
flashes.
aggressive contact behind this Viper wall.
I mean,
Yeah. So if
popping a flash shouldn't really
on
do too much. Now they know.
It's a very committed position though, and he needs a bit of a bailout. That's what Zanatsu's job is. But as he tries to activate, now players are going to be swinging
Trade.
through and around. JJJ straight there.
And
Lomazine,
they're all
seeing
not
what
taking
damage done. Snake
space.
bite. These sails
They're
are a
just
bit
standing in the
forwards
choke.
here, but Cloud9 just call for the pause. Heal in the back pocket. Bring
They
the
should
handle up,
fight
wave back
CT.
up. They got to try and find a way forwards now.
As soon as they plant, they should go fight CT.
30 seconds left. Now we're seeing that discipline.
20 seconds until
But
Jack
they
gets a
don't know.
flashback.
They don't know.
It's that kind of thing that they're going to be wanting to play around, but I don't think Fluxo are going to give them the timing.
And Util left? No Util. I mean, Jack still has a heal, but
For the job, we'll see how
we don't know how
it's
much.
done now. Ash starts to be laid down. Too.
Oh.
Oh my! It's C9.
Oh.
Circling and swirling around the site there, just get one step ahead of it all.
The retake, like a house of cards, came tumbling down all at once. Ghost shots hitting between the eyes, left, right, and center. That's a tragedy. C9's pistols, though, have been immaculate. They've lost a single pistol. I guess they lost a follow-up of a pistol as well. But
Nice
pretty
shots
much they've
from
been
Fireball.
dominating when it comes to these pistol rounds. Fluxo have never been able to start a half on the right footing. And that's got to hurt mentally.
Making it difficult to get anything done. Just trying to claw their way to victory, but
Mm,
it's all been going wrong for them.
Vic holding a paranoia here, just in case there was any
mm,
level of A aggression.
um,
But the A side of the map is actually the weak one.
Yeah, Fireball
Yeah.
scope things out, see where the presence is. They spot Mazine out. Doesn't actually give away the game.
No. You've seen one player jiggle peeking on either side. Hard to tell where
Yep.
the stack is.
They could be walking mid.
Fireball Ops, if he I mean, it is a good
There's a
idea
bunch
for
of
Fireball
gaps in the
to walk
map.
in right now, even if he dies, just to see if the stack exists.
Oh, Fireball Ops.
It's
Just
a really nice idea. He's the
But
player
he's
that only has
about
a
to
pistol.
walk
When he spots
into
these final 2 players,
2.
Yeah, there
all
it
right,
is.
now you can accelerate on A.
That's going to confirm it. No,
But
it's gonna be
Mazine has a
It's a
good
good
timing on
straight in. Not
ramp.
a lot of the map control though. Cloud9 all bunkering down onto the site. Gonna try and fight for some more control. Celsius, this is risky.
Yeah.
With a rifle alone against
Yeah, if Celsius
Nico doesn't be
dies,
swarming you.
especially with the flank,
Got
he
himself
doesn't know.
out into a decent position. Is he gonna hear
He doesn't
Tweez?
know about the flank,
Falcon
and he's about to
also
drop
looking.
a
Tweez is
rifle.
looking to see if he can activate
should
on
bet-
his pressure now. Seen a flash
Oh,
towards that.
what
It
a
should
good
be Curtis.
play.
It's a rifle handed
The
over.
only
He's
rifle.
dissecting most of this site. Screens though, still control there for Cloud9, and with the long-range weaponry, surely going to be able to find a way forwards.
They need to hit shots. It's not fun. Oh, run and gun. He literally just needs to get him off.
It has to be that full stick, and Jack knows it. Can run
Job.
it down to the bitter end.
Good job.
10-4 is the scoreline we're looking at.
It's an expensive one, but C9 will just be happy that they managed to convert it there. Zelsis getting himself into a solo position with a rifle did add a little bit flavor of danger, let's say, to the round. And it should give Fluxo an opportunity to come into this next one with a huge eco advantage.
Nice, boys. All right, it don't matter how we do it. It's
As
that we
long
do
as we did it. Yep.
It's an important mantra.
So with C9 with pistol, double pistol.
Single advantage and win they can get.
This is probably not going to overtime.
Fireball Lobs has just walked straight past Mazine and Parla here.
Unless
Dog.
Fluxo have
Missed him.
a god.
Has missed him completely
Defender
this time
side.
now, and it's just Cloud9 taking over all
Stingers.
the way through mid.
Stingers on their bonus
Swarming the
round.
whole way up. What's going on? Parla second guessing himself.
Hello, what are you doing there?
Doing a spit take. Yeah, he's like, you're not on my team.
They're A splitting right now.
Finally rooting him out though.
Spam.
This is a dangerous situation.
Oxy has a gun. So does Elsis.
Conceded here in the footsteps too. He was hoping for that lucky connection.
Yeah, he can't die here though. They're going to have to try to play the 3v4 retake. It's gonna be
I
very
mean,
tough.
if
C9
one
themselves in a nice
person from
position to
Fluke Show dies, then they have to
I think
save.
Vic might have just slipped the timing as well. There's no way that Mazine thinks he's there.
They're not joined up.
Oh, look at that. What a devious timing that Vic has
No.
just found past Mazine and Parla.
But they don't know.
Drop down now, but it's going to be Vic as the
Vic
insurance policy.
is just waiting for noise.
Round angle.
Timing.
Celsius. Lane up top, he's gonna be dodging all
What
the
a
suits. Oh, there it is.
play.
Partial swing coordinated
Rest
well
of-
here.
Rest of the
Timing
players got to
taken
save.
away. And once more, the options running dry. Decision again made for them. It is a heartbreaking fashion
Yeah.
in which the way that these rounds are going, this Brazilian squad just cannot get anything done.
No, they're coming apart at the seams here. So. Tuiz at least manages to hold on to the gun, but all of these incredibly important rounds, whether it be the pistol or anti-bonuses like this, C9 did not come into this one with goodbye. Everybody on C9 died in the previous. The weapon advantage was massive for Fluxo, but they just couldn't hold on. And they also demonstrated that they don't actually have a good understanding of the timings of the lurks, because Fireball Ops, despite the fact he didn't get a kill, just slipped the net up through round.
Line up.
Straight past it.
While the Adro
Like a
actually
straight
sat
A
down.
hit.
It's a hard committed position here by Mazine.
And
Flash is going to be getting that connection now.
Mazine is gonna absorb it. No having control, just straight sight.
Squeeze on. Reinforcements are going to be late arriving. Cloud9
And he
full
gets
resonance.
overwhelmed.
The A side, there's for the taking. Should be that 12th round. A smoke, cause for concern, but cleared up nevertheless.
Vic's the extra layer here too. Another
Yeah, Vic is there, but he doesn't have blind, so it's just raw gunfights.
It's one way
Trade.
to do it. Jason Zay puts his body on the
Trade.
line. At least going to be traded
Trade.
out. Main control though.
Spotted the raise.
Active as long as Zelsis is alive.
And FX don't have a good economy for any
What
ults.
his team needed. It's an actual
Unless
straight
someone
to the
gets
top there.
3.
OXY trying to hit it with a transfer.
2v1.
Can't quite get that online, but it does just leave it up to Zaratsu, and there it is.
Is it
Celsius
GG? Is it
straight
GG
from
chat?
main up to
Is it
12 now for
GG?
Cloud9. One more round is all it's going
Is
to
it
take.
GG?
the story early on for this match.
Is it
Felt
GG?
like Fluxo were coming in with a lot of fire.
I
a
think it
lot
might
of passion, on a revenge tour
GG.
to try to fight back against
They're literally broke.
those teams at the
I mean,
top
they
of the
might be
totem
able to
pole
half
that have done
buy.
so much damage to them in the past. Yeah, it's just another bruise here to add to the pile.
Oh, they could still buy.
Despite the successes of Lotus,
But they don't have their full util kit. 32's only has 1 star. Tui's literally only has 1 star.
Down and out
Oh no.
these final 2 maps.
Staring down the barrel.
Oh, he has 3. He has 3.
A lower bracket.
That's my bad. That's my
Waiting
bad.
with open arms. It's been hard going for them. Especially against this Cloud9 team that have just woken up, really.
They're
Back to
just
the
gonna
rules.
contact into mid.
And what kind of pep talk they were given, but clearly worked.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Ults online potentially to put a stop to any of this.
Is it just a B hit? Is this how we end the game? What a shot.
Forwards. Start layer down, but there's a pullback. See if he can bait another
Oh, no way. He almost got 3.
Into that individuality. He's doing a lot of damage in the process.
C9 are kind of throwing.
They need a hero play from someone like that.
C9 are kind of throwing, no?
Most successful guy on the squad historically.
Harla forwards, he's next up. Teammate at his back.
If C9 clutch this round, I go bald.
Just drifting in, seeing what they can get, and it's good movement. I mean, he hasn't taken any damage in the process. Avoided most of it now. I don't know.
C9 win this round, I go bald.
Positions. Surely this can't go wrong. I mean, listen. Taking
Oh, this guy's gonna beat there on the rotate.
It is on Mazine now. Just with the Bulldog.
Oh.
Now pushing forwards. VALORANT now. Forward position. Is this going to be accounted for?
Oh.
That is the question. The answer is no. VALORANT.
No.
It's all on Parler's shoulders now. Bladestorm out.
Oh.
Weakened Jack just trying to run himself away.
Oh, and it's the easiest kill. I guess I'm going bald.
Too much in
I'm
the
going
end,
bald.
the bright lights, blinding, and Cloud9 standing up to that test. They shake off that map one from earlier. They
GG.
show that new form that they've been cooking in the oven.
0 tier 2 teams have won. 0 tier 2 teams have won in Americas. 0. While in EMEA, there's been 4 teams. There's potentially, or well, there's potentially 3 teams that can qualify, but now there's 4 that are still alive. So C9, who do they play?
For the others,
Let's see who they play.
Flashbacks to situations where this has happened before in previous years, from 23 and 24. But C9 are looking strong on maps like Breeze and Split. They might be able to put a little run together.
No, they really might. Honestly, this team is
C9 play EG.
very well put together.
So tomorrow's games.
Certainly.
I
Yep.
think that's definitely going to be a match that they'll feel
Tomorrow's
like they've
games
got
are
the tactics to be able to
MIBR
win.
Crew, Sentinels, Envy, Bangers. I will be there. I will be there. Will you be there? Will you be there?
The way that this stage was structured, it's about the long
And by
haul.
there, I mean
So,
I'll be streaming it.
Yeah, they sucked at the beginning of this stage.
But that's
it
not the
didn't
only game
matter
I'm streaming.
necessarily, as long as
I
they
am
got better.
streaming.
As long as, yeah, as long as they got to
I'm
the point where they
streaming.
could
Brain Farty.
actually do something when it came to these elimination matches. Or
Zeta
this
versus
game in the bracket
KRX
stage.
later tonight.
Long-term mentality is needed, really, especially with the change in the format, like you're saying. As long as you don't lose grip of it, realize that there's still chances. Cloud9
Yep,
improving it, really, at this point. I think week on week, they are looking better and better. Taking it one step, one game at a time.
As it turns out, this is Americas, not EMEA. And
That's
so
crazy.
the tier 1 teams seem to be doing a lot better here than they were in EMEA.
Definitely so. Well, with all that being said, we're going to send it down to the floor. GB is standing by. So the one and only OXY for our Verizon post-match interview, so please take it away.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Appreciate you so much. Guys, give it up for C9. Give it up for OXY. Show some love to the brother. All right, man. Excellent job done there. Look, map 1, little spotty there.
I don't know. We were a little shaky. It's okay though.
It's okay.
We're just getting back into the,
You got back into it over time, you know? Veer mentioned, though, that you guys were, like, looking to solve some problems with that particular composition. Is that, like, the mentality of the team that you guys are having right now, where it's like, it feels like you guys are all clicking, but now you're on to that next step of, like, how do we, like, fix these things?
I mean, to be honest, not really. I feel like we're solving like a lot of things like in the server before, so now we get in the game. We don't have to think about anything.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of just playing and doing what we do. So.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine now. Of course, there is that, you know, you guys threw out the Yoru there. Is there still going to be some potential surprises down there?
Maybe down the line, but who
you
knows?
gotta give me something, you know, unbelievable. But look, talk to me about your personal form, though, because
Bro does not want to be playing the Yoru.
absolute lightning rod for this team. They've relied on you many times. I heard we won results.
They can literally just play
We
race.
still almost lost around, but hey, we won. You know, there's a very clear dependency on you because you deliver. What do you attribute that to? Is that just like your hard work? Is that the team? What is that?
I mean, to be honest, I attribute it to ranked because I play ranked all day, every day after scrims. So like, I attribute to that, and also the team. The team makes it really easy for me to just play the game. So.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. All right, OXY, I know, brother, you got to go to the bathroom right now. So go, run, get out of here, guys. Give it up for OXY as he goes and runs to the bathroom. Let's go ahead and give him some motivation, and we'll go ahead and send it back over to the crew for match point. Thank you all so much.
Welcome to Match Point. We're actually here with, oh my god.
Wow, all those MP cans.
That's not funny. I literally just built that. Yeah, she did. She actually spent like 30 minutes on that. We're here with Zelsis and Fireball Ops. You guys, you are looking really good. That first map was a little scary, but it's fine because we came back When it comes to in-game, you guys are looking so much better. What were some of the hard talks that you guys had to get to this point?
You want to take it away, Mr.
Oh,
IGL?
I like the way.
I think it was just a lot of like how we all see the game. Like I think philosophy-wise, we all agree on how to play the game, but I think we were leaning too far one way rather than like in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think at the start of this roster, it was too far perfect way, and then after what? After
It was like the loud game
before
where
G2, I'd say.
it was before?
Or after G2? It was like after G2, we went too far.
Yeah, it was the loud game. We pushed a little too far in
yeah,
one
we
direction.
went too far like the ranked way, and then after that,
see.
and then after that, it was like, okay, well, we can find a balance here, and that's just kind of what we've been doing.
All right, awesome. Well, we're actually going to play a little game here, a little dice rolling game. You guys are going to roll the dice and answer the question that's on it. So, Fireball, you go first, because we're at the...
Oh, I threw it a little too far.
Oh, no.
What does that say?
What
How
does it
does
say?
your
Let's
team
see.
bond together?
No, that's that.
Wait, whoa.
Oh,
it's
sorry,
fine.
sorry. I forgot how dice work.
Who is your biggest inspiration?
Who's my biggest inspiration?
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, my.
Jordan.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, no, we need a real answer.
He was a big inspiration for me, but I will
Not
say...
anymore, though.
Nah, my
It's like,
biggest
I've
one...
seen what you are now.
Nah, my biggest one is probably Nax.
Oh, I love that.
That's
I've been watching for a while, and we play the same role, so
Yeah.
I model a lot of my game after my thing. So
Oh, that's awesome.
You're better. Just know that.
Jordan, you got this.
Oh,
Go ahead.
All right.
Make sure get some
Get some
of this
flip?
spin. Well, not that.
Okay.
Dude, why are you making me get
I was
up?
gonna say
What?
get it
No
like this.
problem.
What does that say?
Okay, let's see. Who have you bonded with the most on your team?
Oh my gosh. I do a lot of bonding with everyone.
What does that mean?
Okay.
Who have I bonded the most with? I mean, I think me and Oxy have gone through the most this year together, so I'm
That's
gonna
fair.
say him. But I think overall I bonded close with like everyone. I'd say like I
Yeah.
just like being close to my teammates. They're like my family, so.
I feel like
That's really
Francis is your
cute.
little baby.
Yeah,
too.
Francis is like my little baby.
100%.
All right, let's do one more roll each. Jordan, go again.
Okay. I'm gonna try
Oh,
to
that's
keep it this
crazy.
way. Who's your? Okay.
No,
Okay,
re-roll.
redo.
Yeah, run it
We
back.
gotta
Run it
go.
back. Run it back.
What is your favorite way to unwind?
Ooh.
Why are you laughing?
That's a good
Wait, why?
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, why is it?
Why are you laughing?
What's going on over there?
Go ahead. It's your dice. It's your dice.
I would say probably going to the gym. I know that's not really
Okay.
like to unwind. What? Hanging out with Jordan.
was not
Oh,
that
you
far.
guys.
Do you
What do you
have
think? What
like
do you
So
think?
going to the gym.
okay, chill
Going to the
over
gym.
here really quick. Do you have like a guilty pleasure way to unwind? I feel like gym is like a very basic answer. Okay.
What? That's a good question.
I'm talking like, okay, I like to watch Love is Blind, like something.
Oh, okay,
Not
Is
like.
blind is a
Love is
guilty
blind?
pleasure.
I think
Yes.
so, yeah.
I go
Mama
through a tub of
happy.
butter pecan.
Wait,
ice cream.
that's
Really?
That's my guilty
That's a
pleasure.
good one.
Yeah,
That's a
my
good
guilty
answer.
pleasure.
I like that.
I don't know if I have one. Probably just ordering some really bad food with the boys and just chilling out.
That's fair.
That's a good one.
All right, Jordan, you got
Alright.
us. Last one. Ooh,
Oh.
what is that?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh.
I was gonna throw out retired, but I'm going.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm going until I'm 40. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I don't know. Maybe still playing. Maybe own an org. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Something in esports.
What's your org
Ooh.
name? Give it to us.
You have one?
I mean, I have one, but I
Yeah,
can't say.
no.
Oh, actually,
don't
you can't
leak.
say.
Someone's
okay,
gonna
hold
take
on.
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta
Someone will take it.
Let's just say I'll take over an org.
Oh, all right.
I
Well,
think Jack is here. I don't.
Jack, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but Cloud9 is mine.
all right. Well, we're at the end of day 2. Cloud9 is now belonging to Zelsis. So let's take a look at the bracket. Obviously, you guys have moved forward.
Bro,
You're
they
gonna
should
be
mention to
facing
them about
against
other regions.
VG. We're going to be back tomorrow with 2 more matches, MIBR versus Crew Visa and Sentinels versus Envy. How do you guys feel about these 2 matches?
MIBR's taking it.
MIBR, and then
Yeah, you believe?
I'm gonna say. Actually, NV been looking nice, but
They
I'm.
have.
What is he gonna
I
say?
can't not go for
All
something.
right, we'll go Sentinels. We'll go Sentinels.
Okay, well,
I think
that's
Envy's
big.
winning.
Okay, what about C9 versus UG?
Oh, C9.
Oh, C9. C9.
C9, of course.
All right,
Quick
well,
answer.
thank you guys so much.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations once again. Thank you for watching. And here is the Samsung OLED Fast Replay. 2G, they've had such a
Alright,
turbulent journey to get to this
alright.
stage today. But this team, they're not holding anything back, and they're ready.
Let's look at VLR. What do we got? Oxy dropped 60 in 3 maps, averaging 20. Damn, man. Oxy go carry. Oxy go do this. Oxy go kill. So tomorrow's games, we got Foot EF, and then Fireflex Enterprise. And then later tonight, I'll be watching KRX versus... Damn, how did I already forget? KRX versus Zeta. And then if it's quick, then we'll watch a little bit of DFM. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. You know, something I was thinking about earlier, I was like, if EF win and any of these tier 2 teams win, then it would technically be all tier 2 teams, because Eternal Fire is an Ascension team from tier 2. And then Foot, obviously, is Foot. Enterprise or Fireflex, whoever wins that, tier 2. Then the loser drops down to here. If EF, the German team, if the German team plays Foot, because EF won, then that would be tier 2. And then Job Life, obviously, playing against either Enterprise or Fireflex. That is another tier 2 team. And then one thing I want to look at actually is China. Damn, Tyloo, they already played their playoff games. I literally just saw they just finished their play-in games. What's today? Today is the 14th. They already did JD Gaming from the lower bracket, beating Nova. Nova was undefeated in the group stage, and they lose to JD Gaming. Wonder what comps are running on Summit. JD Gaming, Neon Rays, interesting. And then Yoru Rays for Nova. Then Tyloo, which has Sufat Baby. On Sunset. Chamber, how am I forgetting her name? Chamber Sage. On Sunset, wow. Did they start on... Yeah, they started on Defender side. Okay, that's a gimme. And then on Haven, Phoenix Waylay, interesting. I know EDG are eliminated. Actually, where are the chance points? So it's between EDG and Gli. All gamers could surpass EDG if they... Yeah, if they literally get first place. So this is a big game. AG versus Gli. Billy versus Trace. And Trace has come out of nowhere. They're literally the opposite of Nova, I believe. Yeah, they did not win a single stage game. And then they made a run in plans. That's like the equivalent of EG? No, not EG. It's like the equivalent of Furia. If Furia went winless, and then they made a run through plans and they won their first game in playoffs, that's the equivalent to Trace. I wonder. I'm gonna look at the chance points real quick. So Nova, who was first of the seed, needs to win. Tyloo needs to win. DRG could claw. No, they can't claw. Because EDG are eliminated. That's crazy. And then BLG versus Trace. Billy, I believe is... Oh. Billy needs to surpass AG. But most likely Billy needs top 2 in order to make it to champs. Because with 6 points, let's say AG gets first and Billy gets second. So 6, 13, they would tie. Yeah. Billy would need 6. 6, 13, AG. I wonder, what is the tiebreaker? Does anybody know what the tiebreaker is for chance points? Because if Billy gets second, that's 6 points and they tie with all gamers. And all gamers would need to not lose a single, or all gamers would just need to win one would just need to. But if they're second, wait, no, wait, I forgot. If they're second, then they auto call. So yeah, basically Billy need to get first or second. AG 5. They could tie with G-Lie if they got third. But G-Lie would need to bomb out. And then what do we got next? For EMEA, let's look at the chance points. How does Heretics have 15? I swear I was looking at it earlier and Heretics was third. I think they messed up the chance points. Because you don't get any wins and play-ins. Let's double check on Liquipedia. Let's see. So this is the right one. Oh, and this one's a lot better. You can actually see you can actually see the who's eliminated. So DRG lost in planes and so they're out. And then Fnatic obviously eliminated. Channel Fire, Team Liquid, BBL, Team Heretics. See why does this one, I think it's bugged. It thinks that Team Heretics losing in play-ins as in 15. But back to what I was saying in this scenario where Team Heretics BBL would need 1 win. Actually, let me look it up. I want to look it up what happens. What is the champs points tiebreaker? BBL finished with the exact same, the tiebreaker would be decided to head-to-head metrics. Because they are a two-way tie, the teams will stay separated. Looking strictly at the matches they played each other across the season. No. Now see, this is wrong, because BBL just played Heretics. Stage 1. Oh, it was EWC. It was EWC. I was like, I remember seeing this, but I didn't take it into account that it was EWC. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So, in these champ scenarios, if we get back to the right tab, BBL. So, BBL would need to win 2 games. But since they're in the upper bracket, if they finish third, if they finish third, yeah, they finish. If they get up, if they win 1 game, then that equals 12. If they win 1 game, then that pretty much guarantees them in it, based off of champs points, because either they would get top 3 regardless. Yeah, they would get top 3 regardless. And that means that they would get 15 champs points. But if Team Liquid, okay, let's say BBL lose, or Eternal Fire in the play-ins, 1, 2, 3. That's 3 points. That equals 11. But then getting top 3, they would qualify. Team Liquid, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that makes sense. So on this upper bracket, pretty much the only scenario where Heretics make it in is if a tier 2 team comes right here and just makes it into top 3. But the tier 2 team, let's say Enterprise, we'll just pick one. So Enterprise beat Team Liquid, Enterprise beat BBL, and they go to top 3. Obviously, they don't need chance points. They would need... Yeah, I think they would need Team Liquid and BBL to lose to tier 2 teams. And then another tier 2 team come out of the bottom bracket. But if Vitality won, I'm trying to think. Okay, realistically, maybe Vitality makes top top 2. So that would take away a spot. But most likely there would be another 3 teams that would have high enough points. I think maybe it's the only case if Eternal Fire makes it out and they go into this bracket. But then that would secure them enough chance points to overtake. It's gonna be interesting. That's pretty interesting. There's a lot of scenarios. Should we watch Furia versus 2G? Oh, I know what I want to watch. I want to watch the last 2 rounds.
We've seen different looks from them. Previously, they were going for a lot of those 4-1 splits.
Oops. No. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your
The
eyes.
rest of the team.
Close your eyes. Oh, wait. I'm not even on the right round.
A bit more of that mid exploration that has come through for this. Comes down
on the island through mid. That's going to force the defense back. That's free entryway.
Nightfall only going to be able to catch out QCK.
Is this the round?
Initial exchange leads to a pinstripe kill feed, but Fury we're going to have the numbers.
Oh yeah, this is the round. This is the round.
5v5. Flood still not coming in off the back of that Nightfall.
You got to be careful on this counter flash though. 2G are heavy stacked on the entryway towards the backside of the site. Initial exchange leads to a pinstripe kill feed, but Fury
Everybody is literally just fighting backside.
You got to be careful on this counter flash though. 2G are heavy stacked on the entryway.
I like how calm. I mean, I guess he does have no util. He just used his ult.
Nightfall only going to be able to catch out QCK into market. 5v5. Flood still not coming in off the back of that Nightfall.
You got to be careful on this counter
And
flash.
so who do they see? They see Neon, they see Omen.
Initial exchange leads to a pinstripe kill.
They kill.
Numbers as it's just down to FRZ for the 1v2.
Timing.
Slides.
Did they almost line up? I just realized this watching back. If FRZ has a good read, or like, you know, just a good like gamble, a good guess. Oh, but he doesn't see calm, so even if he kills Artisan, he would literally have to spray down to get a collat. So never mind.
Now known. Time becoming a bit of an issue. Fury are gonna have to move quickly. There's the first jump peak.
That is a good jump peak.
Both players weak.
But we set the smoke, and we throw the Fade Eye. Artisan's already half.
Dark cover to come through you. You have to work
I think calm just peaks too early. FRC literally just has to make noise.
your way through the utility.
Cause look, okay.
Good dark cover to come through.
Now he's making steps. Calm tries to peek it, but if he just keeps jiggling, playing his life.
Artisans
Oh, this knife is crazy.
After halfway, but Artisan through. You have to work your way through the utility.
I think Calm just has to swing at the last second, right as, because he literally has to make noise, and as soon as he gets a little bit closer, then he could swing. Maybe he can even wide swing. But see, like how there's like a second.
Really good dark cover to
he just buys 1 second.
Through the utility. Artisan's holding after halfway, but Artisan he had the knife out for a moment. Utility is weak. Really good dark cover to come through. You have
And also maybe a minor adjustment is that Calm just plays a nasty off angle, because there's literally only one way he can path out of the smoke, and that's to the right. So if Calm's like right here, or like right here, he's gonna see him first before he peeks out of the smoke.
Your way through the utility. Artisan's holding at the halfway, but Artisan he had the knife out for a moment. Is there enough time to fully get the defuse of FRZ?
And hold up, I want to see HP. Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Really good dark cover to come through. You have to.
I mean, Calm was also one shot. Not one shot, but like 2 shots.
Holding at the halfway, but Artisan
and then the next round.
Still affordable here for Furia's defense. Overdrive probably not going to be needed unless it starts to get messy. 2G going to stack the box at mid again, and I love that we're keeping the pressure through this venue of the map because Furia have had to commit resources to making sure it doesn't get out of hand.
Hartzine has also been a very solid anchor for Furia on the other side of the map.
This is great space.
And Basic just peeks off of the timing. What a good blind.
Sets up Basic for another. 5v3, make it a 5v2, make it a 5v1. Brinks now, last one left. Furia handle the aggression at A main beautifully.
1v5, the first time that Brinks has stepped up onto the big stage.
Camera taken out.
It would be a thing of legend. But it feels like it leans more towards impossible than improbable. Here's the high-low stack. Noise made, and there it is. Furia will survive through 2G, but I
just felt like Furia wanted this game a lot more. Even though it was really messy, really messy. Oh, actually, one thing we can do. Do we want to watch Team Secret? Do we want to watch Team Secret? Because that is one game I haven't watched. I'm gonna look at the score. We could watch Team Secret. There's some close games. Because I have no idea what's up with Zipdo. And it could prep for Nongshim versus Team Secret. Actually, maybe one thing we can do is watch Tai Lu. We can watch Tai Lu because they're probably going to make champs. Nova versus GDG, Tai Lu versus Tech.
Off on Sunset.
And this is super interesting to me. Biggest reason why is that first map pick right there of Sunset. And that's for a very good reason. Mental shift in the way that Titan Esports Club play this Sunset if they want any chance of really...
Yo, that stage is crazy.
Has been as strong as Tai Lu. I mean, the big thing is really just their fundamentals. It's in my opinion, looked very sloppy throughout pretty much every single time that I've seen them play the map. So interesting. But let's go ahead and take a look at our walkouts here. Tai Lu coming out. Fat leading the charge there. The leader, of course, one of the biggest personalities that that we have in the region. So, you know, he'll be happy to, you know, kind of hopefully lead his team to another win.
Hopefully so. And I mean, he's probably even, at this point, he's played Wolves a couple of times on this roster, and he's had very comfortable successes to the point that maybe I'm hopeful that some of the old roster are looking on at him in support because it's very much deserved. The scalability that he has had to just kind of jump into Tai Lu and find his feet as quick as he has is not an easy task. You have to gel with just different personalities, different setups, everything kind of shifts. So to have that kind of coziness and to have that comfort so early on is a testament to his ability. It's a testament to Tylu's overall atmosphere and ethos. And Titan Esports Club, they have a little bit less to work with in that regard. They don't have as much to overcome in terms of just those hurdles.
Oh, holy
The rosters
flashbang.
changed quite significantly, and therefore we're back to square one. Titan Esports Club is just about working on what they already have, and we've seen Haodong do so many good performances for this team. We have seen, while I have been bringing them up a lot, we have been seeing Dynamite as well. Spitfires occasionally has some of the greatest performances that we've seen in this entire region, but again, consistently a different mark.
100%. Yeah, I think Tiny Sports Club, the big thing with them is a lot of their players do have high ceilings. Dynamite has an extremely high ceiling as a player, but the entire win condition here, and at least in my opinion for this entire series, is just going to be them staying consistent mechanically, strategically, and making sure they don't kind of crack under the pressure. You know, if there's some sort of momentum gain from the other side, which undoubtedly there probably will be. You know, like it's just it seems kind of inevitable because of course that's number one, just how the game kind of goes, right? It's a very momentum based. So if you have a team that starts to kind of build up in that sense, you're probably gonna have them string a few rounds. You don't want the other team to kind of just break down at that point, right? And so I think if Tiny Sports Club can manage to kind of keep their head screwed on straight going into the series, they'll definitely have a much better chance than a lot of people give them credit for.
Absolutely.
Eric's versus I will be back in just a sec. Or well, it's gonna be a minute.
but coming through it just before it pops.
Sorry about that.
It's very, very difficult, but CB sends another shot in.
I'll be
Has
back.
to save the op here though, because the 2v1 completely untenable. This is not the Nova that we've been used to seeing, actually. This is looking quite rough.
Yeah, I mean, Autumn having that opener kind of that starting was promising, but at the moment it does just seem like there's not really any preparation for what at this stage of Summit. Yes, okay, it's still a fairly new map, all things considered, but we have seen teams pick up this map both on this region and other regions a little bit more than at least I was expecting. So it's not a completely unknown map. It's not a completely you know, big concern to Nova. There should at least be ideas and small aspects that they can attribute to the map. And I mean, you can see from the coaching staff now, there is clearly ideas. There's clearly executes that are in Nova's repertoire. They're just not really getting these plans through, and it is off the back of the initial site hold is just not really giving it for me. Even when Zhug gets picked up by CB, the amount of space granted on both of the sites has just been very, very good, and the expansion off the back of it even more so. The Nova just never seem to get themselves to find a way back into the round.
Yeah, they have been struggling on the retakes, particularly on this B site, I will say. And I mean, JDG have certainly identified that weakness, ending here more often than not. And yeah, the site holds just a little bit too weak, and then JDG site holds too strong once they actually have the spike planted. I think in that round in particular, you're looking at looking at Guang to get more done from that drop position. But instead cleared out. Omen 5 right now. Guang needs to have impact when it comes to the fragging department. Lord Cypher and Utility invested towards this B site early on, but B takes a deep line. Can have a watch on this. JDG spreading the map.
Already gives so much confidence though for Nova in the sense that look at what Autumn and Swagzor can just do is just stare at Link. They don't have to worry about this B-side angle anymore, and CB's only gotten that little bit more information. So now the heads up, Nova need to know that either an A push or a mid push is coming. And exactly with that, the fast lane and the Prowlers do go down. Taunt as well to follow it up, but this is a weaker pistol round for the side of Nova. You're having to get those bandit headshots. You're having to steal a kill away against JDG. If you're not able to make a thrifty happen, then the rest of the rounds could just find yourself backing up. But JDG certainly not going to back up out of this. The band control is coming through. And as the seconds tick down, C's about to come through and the site tech about to activate.
Yeah, the door towards Art completely closed out now, but JDG starting to get a move on here. They're finally starting to make their way into the site. Azir doing well to find one, and Swagzor from Cave getting another. JDG have control and they have this spike planted. Might be an opportunity for a couple upgrades here. Autumn picking up a Phantom and Wahyu on 4 HP. Should be easy pickings. Ian Autumn doubling up, waiting for the pop here as Blindside comes on, out clearing close, clearing far, looking to try and take these players down. Autumn with a frag, sending in the C's as well to try and clear these positions. And now the operator's shot, fake out in the way. But time really starting to beat. And back to here, Autumn's found another, and it's pushing for more! That is never a round that Nova should claim, but they've gone and done it.
Well, we said thrifties, we said clutch potentials do come through, and while yes, an operator hardly screams thrifty, that was from the previous round, and it shows that the absolute power that having a save can do. And to be fair, the rest of the shots were just comfortable. Everything traded out exactly the way that Nova wanted to, and just the damage there being so small. And Berlin, that is now twice, I believe someone has been shot at that's not Berlin, and the bullet has missed and went into Berlin's head. I think that's twice that has happened to him now, and if anything, that must be... Well, I hope it isn't getting to him, but it must be a tiny bit, and it is up to the mental to make sure it doesn't. But well, I've been yapping about that. We're already mid-presence from JDG. It's already a complete rush down lane.
Yeah, they really want to take this control for themselves. Obviously, Nova can't ignore this main position because YU is waiting to stab them in the back. So Guang with the oversight towards that angle, but Jakiro takes down Autumn while Swagzill's looking elsewhere. Now Guang pressed in the smoke. Yeah, that's a problem. Cyber Cage provides the perfect cover. At the very least, Swagzill can get one kill. The overdrive from Zhe will put a stop to that. CB elsewhere on the map with this operator. But not checking for Crownfisher coming up through mid. Again, I mean, for Azir, might even be a save angle, but in the 1v3, he's already taken the first step. Looking for more, they swing together. JDG with a coordination completely top-notch.
And you get that idea, and that is such a round of... JDG completely agree that the previous round was not a round Nova should have gotten. They were like, right, just go down mid. Just play it down mid and just go off the back of each other, and credit to them. They played off the timings excellently, realizing that this round could start slipping away if an extra kill does go towards Nova. So I love the call out from the overdrive. I love the fact of just making sure that we can get this round no matter the cost. And while yes, expensive rounds are not ideal, getting the round on the board versus losing it is a lot more ideal in and of itself. And well, Berlin in an ideal situation now. Nightfall online and an A side execute that is very possible, but not one that necessarily needs to be committed towards. In fact, it will be a fake pull out of the A site, but there's still some hesitation towards it.
Yeah. Taking their time. Trying to keep themselves secure. Nova send in the Prowler towards mid. Again, the operator shots coming through from B. That does draw attention. Meanwhile, the push coming in now on the A site, secured and confirmed, but they're heading straight into the Bucky. Swagzill's caught the lurk of YU as well. Just 2 players left on this JDG side, and the Nightfall is invested. On towards the A site, removing that sound away so the Spike Plant can come in. But they're fighting against double their own.
Yeah, they're very concerned, and well, Guang only has a bandit at the very least, but Azir's fallen. That's one gun down, that's a second!
Oh my god.
And Zhug takes down Guang. Meanwhile in Cave, and now a 2 versus 1 operator has to be traded out, but Berlin's gonna listen to that. The swing comes through, and another round sealed up nice and cleanly by JDG.
Cleanly, I'm not so sure about.
I'd say that the start of the round, okay, that left it a little bit. But to be fair, these fights from this moment on, all JDG.
Yeah, I mean, a big double kill from Berlin there. And he puts the ball on top with the final as well. But, I mean, up against the Thrifty round, should never be getting that close. And I think it's actually a feature of these JDG anti-ecos. They're taking a bit longer, and especially when you leave things out late, you can't properly clear, and going into shotguns, which are very likely in Thrifty rounds. It is a recipe for failure. Obviously, that time they're able to turn things around, but we saw in the previous occasion that they didn't. Again, fighting into the A site, not getting what they needed, but oh no, Autumn's been spotted out here by the Horn. Sent in to buy him some time. Actually, JDG back off.
A very patient attack, but JDG seem to be maybe respecting the lower buy from Nova, or what they estimate to be a lower buy from Nova, a little bit heavily, but Jakiro with the pick on the mid, that's going to allow the rest of this team to funnel through the A main. Silent step and everything. Zhug, Crownfisher, very up close and personal. And another pretty easy clear of the B site and a take of it. Again, lower by, so not as much heartbreak for Nova, but you would hopefully still see a little bit more of a fight than this, because JDG are on 4. Not going to get the flawless. Guang finally gets a kill on the board, but it's not exactly a pivotal moment.
No. So, you know, number of impact frags. Still 0, but if he is able to save a gun here, that would be impactful for the economic game being played. There's just 2 rounds left in the half, and JDG will be looking to see how many they can get. On track for a double-digit scoreline at the Switch right now. Very much echoing what we've seen in the past from them. A 9-3 start to their summit match against EDG, where they were playing on the attacking side, and already up to 8 here.
Genuinely is just... It's so far, it is just a confidence. It is just a confidence angle, and all love to Guang, but this is a map that you really, and it's weird saying it with the meta shifts and everything we've seen over the past couple of months, but this is a map you need your Sentinel to really show up on. This is a map that you need that additional support. And I mean, if you look towards YU and Guang, you know, the performance difference is basically night and day. And it really is a massive factor into why JDG have such a round advantage right here. And the showstopper from Swagzor trying forcing out a frag, should be able to get the kill. Only gets a tag on the Berlin, so an ult's already been survived. 1 down, still three more to go. But if you're JDG, that's already a comfortable start.
Yeah, Paranoia coming in, jumping round as a showstopper of their own. And oh no, Autumn paying the tax there of the lower weaponry. A headshot comes in, but it isn't a kill. So a 2v5 for Nova on this retake. Again, feels like maybe a save angle being called for as they head towards the final round of the half. This is getting a little bit dire here, Dante.
Yeah, it's I don't really have another word for it, Charlotte. Even you can't even say that the saving grace for Nova right now is kind of damaging rounds, because JDG for the most part have been saving 4 members, been saving like minimum 3. Majority of the time it's been 4. And yes, okay, it's not going to be a flawless in the end. Swagzor gets a kill, but the rest of JDG should be able to prevent this gun being saved. Okay, at least Swagzor does the damage, but again, it's not doing the damage at the end of the round that's necessary. It's not what they need. It needs to be faster. It needs to be more impactful, because the economy is absolutely fine for JDG even after that.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like that Nova have found more kills in save situations than they have in actually competitive rounds. But at the very least, Swagzor can keep his Phantom into the next. It makes things a little bit more comfortable for Nova, but they have a couple Guardians to judge on side. So, all their eggs in the previous basket, now just trying to pick up the remnants of shells, really, for this final round of the half. JDG look towards the B site once more, where they have had so much impact. Grenades, paint shells go in to try and catch out the Cypher. Util Nightfall in reply, though Autumn looking to hold them off. Has done so for now, but JDG still have a minute left of this.
They've got a minute. They don't have to worry about Nightfall anymore. There's no showstopper online. CB needs a kill before the Dimensional Drift can even like get information / make the post plan a bit awkward for JDG. And even these shotguns that, as you highlighted earlier, Charlotte, are very commonplace in the thriftier rounds, and especially quite commonplace in Summit. A lot of tight angles where the shotgun can kind of steal out kills, but not been the case right now. Azir not been finding any value. Orb tap to force him out, and finally the lurk into the smoke does some damage. Meanwhile, Autumn picks down YU, and the Cosmic Divide on the last 25 seconds as another pickup from Guang should be the end of the round and the half. A clutch shrouded step to try and finally break through, but it is going to be all for naught, and at the very least JDG refused double digits on the half.
Yeah, and flawlessly so as well, right? That's showing that we should have been seeing much earlier on. But oh wow, what a kill to start things off from Autumn.
Too little, too late.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, the pistol round now is going to be absolutely vital. Although, even then, I'm looking at this JDG-EDG game, which started with a 9-3 attacking half on Summit. EDG won the pistol and still didn't take things home. So I think realistically, you're going to have to hope for a bit of a snowball, win the pistol, win follow-up, convert your bonus round as well, and then we'll really start to see things go in the Nova Esports' favour.
I would have to hope that it is not just the end of this map as quick as this. Now, again, 3-9 does exist as a superstition. I feel like I do power it on quite a bit, but, you know, the pistol round goes Nova way. Avoiding any thrifty, we suddenly see a 5-9. Nova are able to survive the JDG gun round. You know, that's already looking at 7 and 9. And the fact that it is off the back of, essentially you need 2 rounds, that being the pistol and then the actual, the gun round against JDG. But then suddenly 7 and 9 is on the board, and 7 and 9 looks so much more comfortable, and it looks so much more scalable than what 3 and 9 could ever be. So I'm not counting Nova out just yet. We've seen Autumn, and we've even seen Swagzor very much show up mechanically. It just needs to be at the earlier and more opportune times.
Yeah, for certain, and I think a player that we are really going to be looking at is Guang, especially for finding that kind of impact. Had a rough go of things in the first half, just 3 and 8. But still, opportunity to redeem. I guess CB as well, right? Playing that duelist. Getting at 6 and 8 himself. Into the second half we go. YU already under pressure as the door gets slammed in his face. Swagzor now taking control of that drop position. The spike plant comes in.
And we may be seeing the Nova actually wanting to recreate the EMEA magic here, and they want to get the attacking rounds on the board as much as our region does. So far, might be able to do just that, but the shots come back through, and now we're going to be seeing a lot of trading each and either way. Drop being cleared out. So far, numbers advantage still going to be online for Nova. Swing comes down, it is a double kill. But for the side of JDG, and now numbers advantage, Crownfisher doesn't want to keep that equal long. And a triple kill. Absolutely stunning stuff. Gets the crown out of the water and gets JDG on to double digits.
Yeah. Well, any hope that we might have had for Nova has, I think, quickly been extinguished there with that pistol round lost, and it started so well for them. Berlin Jakiro coming in, and then a massive triple from Crownfisher, isolating those ones so nicely. Just a little bit disjointed coming through from the side of Nova Esports. You can see 24K not happy in the coaching booth. But Spike did get planted, so a Sting of Force coming through from Nova. They are definitely putting all their eggs in this basket, otherwise it's forcing up for the rest of the map, really.
It's not a good place. We're already seeing now the difference here, though. JDG, YU, able to just kind of maintain the presence on towards the backside. Yes, he gets pushed out, but he still made Nova work for that. He still made the utility that little bit harder to clear, and there is still a Cypher trip on towards that closer angle from main towards Link, so there's still a bit more site presence that Nova need to actually clear out. And speaking of presence, they need to clear out. The Nebulas from Swagzor doesn't work out. Paranoia gets onto the site. Guang, you need to come up huge. The Stinger does as well. Oh! And the headshots! The lower buy of Thrifty gonna come online for Nova. And it will be the case.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. How the hell do they get away with that one? A full house in the end from both Autumn and Guang to get things over the line. Two incredible shots coming in from Guang with the Sheriff. Headshots online and the IGL with
enemy remaining.
3 of his own with the Stinger. Keeping things a little bit closer. They've found that force-up win that they wanted. Now looking for just a nice, solid and clean victory against the Pistols here. That's the key factor. Boombot sent through towards the A site.
Just the patience game now. JDG do love the fact that they went for the ult orb. Do love the fact that they're playing that aggressively, but over-aggression may be the name of the game there. Zhe and J Kuro getting caught out for free. And Crownfisher kind of stuck on the site on his own. It's a quick rotate from Nova. They believe the rotate is also going to come through from JDG, and they're absolutely correct. An empty B site now for the taking. And a spike to be planted. A 5th round almost certainly for Nova. Short of any sort of nightmarish miracles, depending on which side you're supporting. And yeah, Nova at least going to make this look a bit more comfortable. They're not out of the woods just yet. But JDG certainly can't get too complicit and can't get too comfortable at the moment.
Yeah. The cam has actually spotted these players. I don't think it will have.
Surely not, right?
Don't know if maybe there was an angle towards Link, but either way, the presence will be known now. As the spy cam gets shot, Berlin looking towards middle. Crownfisher on the wrap, but really this is about finding exits and then dying to the spike, but Nova don't want them to even have this. They want to farm up these ultimate orbs, and Swagsaw with 4 in the round, now just a 1 point away from that showstopper. It's a very, very good position to be in.
Yeah, it is. And suddenly that lead, this is the scary part again. You're at 2 and 10, but you lose that second round on the second half. You lose that scale up, what should be your round to work with, and suddenly Nova, they have the ultimates online. They're getting more. They've got the economy as well. And JDG don't have that same level of utility to back them up. They don't have the showstopper nearly online. They don't have Nightfall. They don't have anything really to work with. So Nova might genuinely be on the grounds to do the exact same level quality of attack that JDG have just done. CB really needs to show this Yoru why this pickup was happening, why this agent was selected, because we didn't get to see the flexibility of the kind of double site control that you would hope from. We didn't get to see the gate crash from one site to the other get too much value. So we'll see if on the attack CB can get into the back line, maybe support Swagsaw. The ult orb at least recovered. Showstopper now online. You can see the Astra form going in. Azir and Co ready for the take.
Yeah, looking to try and take this. Player's been spotted out, Berlin. No way you're going to survive that. Crownfisher, though, able to at least find one in reply, but the rest of the kills on the site filling the kill feed with red. As it is a 4-on-2 situation. Spike plant coming in from Guang as well. Step closer to the neural theft, yeah. Fighting back in from Cave, and oh no, CB's walked into the stun. It might be possible in the 1 versus 1 for YU. Try and get this done. Guang just about lands a shot. Bulldog can be a little bit tricky to wield, but he's done enough to get Nova 1 step closer.
And that is an impact kill. That is the kill that you want from Guang. It's a little bit maybe slow on the uptake, but again, as long as the game isn't over, there's plenty of time for those heads-up plays to happen, and Zhe nearly opening the round up for himself. But Guang just getting the right angle to swing out of the 2. JDG on another low buy. And Nova almost comfortably, it's not certainly, but in a place to get their 7th on the board. And a swing from YU does not end in tears for him. The outlaw shots do not find their mark. And meanwhile, Nova's still now trying to break through onto this A site. CB does, on the second run through, get the outlaw shots, does take down J Kuro. And already now, this sea of round for JDG looking all the less and less likely. the players parked up on both the A and B main can decide either which way they want to go, and the spike's stuck in mid to really reflect that scenario, and all members of JDG rotated to the A side.
Yeah. This is the sort of round where I start to get worried in the first half for JDG, and the same is happening but the other way around. Taking too long on these anti-ecos, going into a site where you don't have the information. And now YU's picked up the Phantom. A massive spray transfer for a double. And yeah, the Phantom only has 2 bullets left in it, so not going to be useful as an upgrade for much longer, but still plenty of guns. Crown Fisher TP's over to collect the weapon. Like Plant coming in on B, but they might even be here in time to deny this. I don't know if they're aware. Instead, looking towards the players wrapping from spawn. One does have an idea. Or not. The shot could be absolutely huge. There's no idea. The silent drop comes in. Now it's another 1v2 for YU. Already such heroics in this round. First tap on. Doesn't know that both players are in drop. But Nova survived the scare of a lifetime.
That was getting very concerning, Charlotte. That was getting very hot under the collar. But it just wasn't enough. Good commitment of the Neural Theft to get that comfortable swing, but CB had just already done the damage by the time that this worked out for them. And despite a beautiful double up from YU, getting the shots, they get the frags, but they don't get the rounds. And that drop re-clear. A double up from Nova, playing the timer perfectly is exactly what you need. And suddenly Nova not giving JDG any breathing space to get value in and of themselves. JDG, they don't have mistakes that they can capitalize off of. They just have to play better than Nova right now. Nova, they're not letting that side slide. They are not letting this attack side go quietly. If JDG can have a dominant one, we can have one as well. To be honest, if this round goes the way of Nova, we could be seeing an equalizing double digits fairly quickly. Just got the operator on the B, but that's not where the gun's going to find any value. Meanwhile, on the A main, completely empty on that side, but the Ben's got 3 players, and they've just pushed their method down here, Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see the attacking op come through as well from CB. I mean, feels like a map that maybe that's a little bit more difficult to work, but he's holding down space in mid. Meanwhile, very far up on this B main line. Wang wisely not peeking into it, but oh, they're going to jiggle peek the operator here, aren't they? No idea about it. Autumn falls. That's your initiator off the line now. The second layer of the onion peeled back and just sitting on a slightly deeper line. Cosmic Divide comes in. And, okay, the stuns do force them away from this, but, I mean, they're still going to have the operator on the site when you're coming in. Smaxor's fallen, but Kwang and Azir are coming up with the goods. Fast tap on it, Azir! That's a massive kill to secure the spike plant. Yeah, okay, they do actually get it planted. UI trolled me there for a second. Now Jakiro's left in a 1v3.
I got similarly trolled. The Cosmic Divide now actually takes down the UI as well. Astra's had a buff, even as the observers, they get trolled by it, but certainly not trolling is Nova anymore. Serious game faces are on. And despite the fact that Zhou was lying in wait with an operator at the start of this execute, Nova keep 3 players alive, keep the round on their side, and have managed to bring it back 8-10 on a thrifty from JDG, likely 9 and 10, despite an excellent double up from Zhou. That was in fact the only frags that JDG get. The rest was Nova. And this tap from Azir into the swing. So heads up, so intelligently played. And the rest of the round was similarly so.
Yeah, I can imagine that being a situation where you get pumped up. So JDG called the tactical time out. Coach Bell wanting to speak to the team. And I think what's the most impressive part about this is that Nova have only taken a single timeout themselves, and that was when they were down 5-1. It didn't necessarily end up working out for them, so even if JDG now start to come back in this half, they do have another one in the pocket if they wish to use it, and that could be a key difference maker to actually winning out this map potentially, because I mean, there's a real chance of it now with even with that 9-3 scoreline. JDG with only a single round in the second half, and that was the pistol.
It all seemed, when that pistol had happened, it all seemed like this was going to go the way of JDG. It looked like we were very much just looking at Split as the, okay, we're just going towards that map. But the attacking side on Summit, no, seems like VCT China might be taking a note off of the EMEA region for this specific attack side, because 5 rounds on the trot, and JDG had managed to get a very similar kind of rundown once it began. CB now the operator shot clearing out. The Prowler, second one follows through, and the rest of the team are going to follow it up. Overdrive online, immediately cut down. And already JDG's hopes stopping a ninth look dashed.
Yeah, they are still only trailing by 1 player. Sheriffs can do a lot, but up against an operator, it's not an easy fight. Cranfish has been spammed through the smoke, and now you're looking at YU in a 1-on-4, still just with the Sheriff, and he outcleared 1. Nova cut the deficit down to 1 and have a real chance at this game, but this will be the round coming up that this timeout was for JDG. We'll have guns back online. And hey, that's a nice shot from Zekiro. Fortunately, no others came through.
Yeah, no other shots as well. And the fact that I was maybe expecting the dimensional drift from CB to come through, even just to get the site cleared and make sure that JDG aren't doing like smoke lurks or anything kind of cheeky. So the fact that CB still actually has that online for this round is massive. Again, Cosmic Divide, Azir really been making a statement with that ultimate. The first one kind of backfired on Nova. The second and third, certainly not the case. And here we go, Cosmic Divide with the dimensional drift. CB with all the information in the world. She can relay it to the Nova squad. A little bit of body blocking happening. Still a tough hold. And YU in a great position playing around the Cosmic Divide, but Zhu's heard it. Operator versus operator. And Zhu's quicker to the trigger.
Yeah, that's a massive kill to find in the backline, because now there's the advantage. Now this retake can come on through with a showstopper from Zekiro. The Nightfall coming in as well to take the sound away, but hello, there's 2 kills in response. It's here, low HP, taken down. It's up to Kwon. A 1v3, forced away by the paint shell, spammed on through, and the spike DC's being stuck. There's no way past it. JDG finally hit the scoreboard once again, and they're up to 11.
I know some people would kind of like to use the phrase like stem the bleeding at this point, but I do genuinely believe we've stitched the arm back on. Is more how I would describe what's happened here, because it genuinely looked like Nova were pulling apart the JDG squad quite well, not literally of course, but quite metaphorically, limb from limb. Just didn't seem like there was any opportunity that JDG had to grasp, even gasp for air, but not to be the case now. Finally back in a spot that you could at least say looks comfortable. And to be fair, they've only got 2 rounds left that they need to convert. An opening frag from Zhu. We've seen opening doubles from Zhu not quite go their way. The swags are down, and the round already off to a good start for JDG.
Nova retreating away from this B site now. Faked out the gate crash as well. Try to close the door towards heaven, but they're kind of being boxed in here, Nova. If they lose this, they're probably going to be looking at a half buy to face up against match point. It's coming through.
It's here. It's so scary seeing the smoke, the lurk smoke made from like this, and a crossfire from Berlin catches too! YU trades his life very, very honorably, and I believe, Charlotte, you've just predicted it. I think a half buy into the match point gonna have to be a guarantee.
Not sure actually. Guang's on 4,200, so maybe it's just Swagzor on low money, everyone else with plenty, so they should be able to buy. But I also would want to see a timeout being called here by Nova, because they still do have one in the back pocket, and they've got to win 3 in a row to take us to overtime here. There it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's gotta come out. You gotta use, you gotta or lose. JDG at the very least have 3 more chances. At the very least have guaranteed an overtime now, but this was a 10 and 3 half, or a 9 and 3 half, sorry, that became a 10 and 3 after the pistol round. It really shouldn't have came this close if you are the squad of JDG, but it has regardless, and now the ultimate trap avoidance is don't just push or try and close out this 13th round as quick as possible, because we've seen that trap be it so many teams and so many rosters of just get the 13th round, it's easy, and all of a sudden just no rounds go your way, the tilt starts to happen, the mental starts to fall apart, and all of a sudden you are in an overtime that never should have happened. So JDG just maintain the composure, keep themselves calm, and they'll be able to go to split with the map advantage.
Alright, we're back. So in the meantime, I had filler for Nova versus JDG, but what I really want to watch is this tech.
Just they overall take a lot less 1v1s, so that's going to be the big thing here, is whether Titan Esports Club can isolate well enough. But let's go ahead and see how it starts as we go ahead and get into map 1 of Sunset.
So far it's looking pretty standard-ish.
Alright.
Nothing out of the ordinary just yet, and skills set up towards this B main angle. The Sage wall, a lot less one-dimensional than what it once was, a lot more reactive now. And skills, you can even see hesitating to drop the Sage wall down. Smoke is popped from the dark cover on tiles. That will be enough to force the wall out. Gonna get broken shot down, but no ingress just yet.
Yeah, nothing, honestly, not much happening here. It's a lot more valuable to break the wall in this pistol round, just given how much health it has now, even if you don't necessarily commit to the site, but they are going to commit the drone, and it looks like we are going to potentially see an entry wall being broken further. But yeah, no, actually no entry. It looks like they're just going to go ahead and cancel off the back of some of this mid control established by Coco and Howdong, but no fighting yet.
Oh, Sufat might be our first venture into that. Prowler goes down. Only one set of shots, but the steps are going to echo out. Now the rest of the site has been cut off, and actually because of that, slowly is stuck in an awkward position, being trapped in the jaws here. He's going to have to fight his way out of the
So again, we have a double Fenty, and why is the quality ass?
And so Lucas is able to get it traded out, but not before a decent chunk of damage himself. 13 seconds red time, but the spike goes down regardless. Relay
Even with the quality change, it's still ass.
and splash and 180, but Lucas is just on the default, and he finds both. An overarching error, both players swinging the same angle.
Are they streaming this on a phone?
Howdong finds ERV, and now 1 versus 2.
Oh my god, Howdong.
Not quite able to land.
The OG, the GOAT.
Very clinical pivot towards the A site, gets TEC the first.
Absolutely incredible job, just being able to, again, that's what I mentioned earlier, isolate fights. Lucas went incredible there, just able to kind of sit in that position, get those 2 class at right clicks, free gun by the way, and I mean, look, obviously they were able to capitalize quite well, so that is a good start early on for TEC, just what the doctor ordered. But the question is, can they continue? Anti-eco now in the cards, and it looks like A is going to be the weak site for Tai Lu.
Very weak site indeed. There's a quick fight onto the side of elbow. Silverdrone as well to get the A site cleared, get default also cleared out. Gonna be a completely empty site. Timing from the Cypher cage on Sufat could be everything. But he is stuck in this angle. He is gonna have to risk a swing if he wants to try and steal a kill. Not gonna be the case, and Howdon on the lurk on the late to make sure that none of the flanks or the rotates come through, and there is exactly 1 flank being attempted. Hon and a Paranoia. 180
Ooh, what a kill.
the Paranoia lasts just that bit too long, and the retake's looking very successful from Tai Lu thus far.
Absolutely, and the one big thing that I wanted to see in this anti-eco, if Tyloo wanted any chance, is going to be a flood, but here comes the retake attempt, and it looks like it's not going to happen. Everyone staying steadfast. That was a clean second round there for Titan Esports Club. Looks like, honestly, there's not much happening in the kill department there, except for that one kill on the flank there. Off the back of a great paranoia. Excellent use of that splash, able to capitalize, but unfortunately not much else able to happen. I mean, these high lows, these crosses are just too hard to break.
Especially on the lower buy. I mean, if you've got the full gun set up, then maybe there's a different lining, but not to be the case. Now Tyloo have the full buy in hand, the gun's upgraded, Howdong only a sheriff, so in theory, this is Tyloo's round, but again, theory and practice, two very different setups, and ERV being absolutely sandwiched by all this utility. It means Skills has to fight, I was going to say on his own, but Susfat BV on the top of Boba, able to double up and slowly catches the mid lurk from Coco. Titan Esports Club look to have a flawless, potentially be stamped upon them by Tyloo.
I mean, it's pretty much what they need here. Having all five players purchase rifles here, that they really don't want to lose any, and they've established themselves a pretty solid foothold here in the bonus. Their position is quite solid at this point. They've got slowly sitting on A alone, but there is also, of course, the trademark just sitting in mid. Gonna prevent them from pushing up.
The tech on their bonus round, they lost 3.
Not even the case.
Whoa.
It kind of, whoa, hold on a minute.
Let me rewind a bit.
I mean, it's pretty much what they need here. Having all 5 players purchase rifles here, that they really don't want to lose any, and they've established themselves a pretty solid foothold here in the bonus. Their position is quite solid at this point. They've got slowly sitting on A alone, but there is also, of course, the trademark just sitting in mid. Gonna prevent them from pushing up too far. Here comes the plant, slowly, potentially gonna look for a timing here. Not even the case. Is it kind of, whoa, hold on a minute. Oh my god, the awareness of Scales to still swing that the way he did.
Not gonna lie, I thought Skills was gonna die.
Trademark in place is insane.
Yeah, that's pretty confident. That's pretty composed indeed. And credit to Skills, splitting off away could have led to potentially 1 kill deficit. But Tyloo knowing that even if that is the case, the rest of the position's so solid, and it is the numbers advantage so high, and despite all of this dedication from Titan Esports Club to get the round down, not going to be the case. A flawless for Tyloo. Every gun saved, no spike planted at the very least for Titan Esports. They can get the full buy up. 2 Vandals, 3 Phantoms it looks like. Never mind, change it up. Rainy looking a little bit indecisive. Phantom, imagine, would have to be the better push just in case the tighter angles do become relevant, and the spray down is that bit more necessary when he's coming in with the slide. Titan Esports Club now look to answer the back, the first full buy of the entire series. It may very well dictate the pace. Titan Esports Club looking to make their 3rd and to make Tyloo really sweat on their map pick.
This is exactly what I was talking about, though. I mean, it's so important for Tyloo to be able to keep players alive, and they're quite good at it when they're playing at their best. We kind of saw that last round. They really didn't want to give anything away, and they didn't at all. And now they have a pretty solid economic foothold. So, I mean, I just look at this positioning as well. Slowly pushed out, taking an off angle in mid. I'm really just trying to get info here for the team, able to get right out of there with a rendezvous if needed, but we could see a kill potentially, and there it goes.
so does Dynamite, but the wall's been broken, the door's been smashed, and that should have been Rainey's chance, but instead it's his chance to join his teammate in the afterlife. Swing off from the haunt, though, does allow Coco at least one refrag. There needs to be a lot more done here, at the very least for the side of Titan Esports Club. The timing's good to be able to rotate out of mid, and it's the A site pivot with 30 seconds and counting. ERV still in the placement, still in the right position here to meet Titan Esports Club's attack. And 20 seconds on the clock, an entire site and a half really still to clear out. You have to imagine how possible is this really, and Howdong gets the lurk on to slowly all of a sudden equalize, but 10 seconds, 7 seconds! You need to get on the site, this is not enough time! Dark cover, but if it gets pushed, I'm surprised, I'm genuinely surprised we don't just see ERV running through the dark cover, but patience is a virtue, rewarded for one, could be the second.
I mean, this could end up being a problem very, very quickly. Howdong's position should be noted here. There's going to be a jump peek, and he's on the defuse. There goes the shock darts, and it's all down to Lucas, and the spike is halved. They're gonna stick it. One found. The second one is not there. You got the wrong player, Lucas, and he will stay alive, but it's a consolation, as Tyloo managed to get the gun round. A slim one, a close one, but they get it nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going through the minds of Titan Esports Club there. You cannot realistically win a post plan if the spike goes down in the last 4 to 5 seconds. You haven't got any real pressure, you haven't got any real control, and Tyloo will punish that accordingly. A double swing now. One single barrel tap from Scales just to beat out the swing, but a good flash. Puts slowly out of position. Puts Titan Esports Club in a situation to be able to actually get the push and the execute off of this. The wall's going to go up, both Sage and Phoenix. The oil drone just to get any sort of value here on the Scales. Not going to actually force him off the angle, and slowly, speaking of angles, on that mid one takes down Howdong.
Huge pick there, and that's gonna give Tyloo a huge leg up very early. But here comes a fight, and honestly, yeah, I was gonna say, at this point, ERV wants nothing to do with that fight whatsoever. Position noted, and now at this point, Titan Esports Club are just gonna go ahead and speed up their push. But it's actually halted. That's huge stall. Just that one C's got like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, and the Paranoia is probably going to do something similar. Recon darts out. Very patient Paranoia. The relay ball, it stops one swing, but it doesn't stop them all. It only stops Sufat BB, but Splash is still doing all the damage he needs. Coco might be able to get the timing. Doesn't need the support from his teammate and Lucas, able just to attempt to kill himself. But Sufat BB still in a fantastic position, still only 20 seconds left. Site needs to be controlled, spike needs to be planted, and ERV, the crossfire's just stunning. And Tyloo, with just complete site lockdown, fundamental plays, and not giving any fights that aren't necessary, allow them to convert the round so cleanly.
100%. I mean, that right there is gonna be one of the telltale signs of a good team. Not just the ability to not isolate fights, but also the ability to be very, very specifically aware of the need to look at him. The need to like kind of just make sure your team stays alive. I mean, ERV was so just
The stats, 1 into round 6 and with 2 rounds in. It's just barely, but it is, well, it's just about what you would expect. 1/3 of the rounds. Cheeky Sage wall to get all of the control in the world. ERV has to fall off immediately, but the site's spotted down, and a low buy from Titan Esports Club. We're going to have to go to market, try and force the close angles.
At this point, Titan Esports Club taking a whole lot of mid control, and they go ahead and look to potentially just split into B here. Scales managing to isolate a fight there, though, and this is what I mean when you lose players like this before we even hit the site. It ends up potentially being a problem, especially with Slowly on the op line here. That's a huge pick, but Rainy able to stabilize just a little bit. Flash avoided.
Yeah, the anti-flash protocol from Splash there looking clean. It's not the end of the round, but it basically may as well be. Rainy, only 2 HP. I'm not going to get too excited just yet. Spike stuck in no man's land as well. When I say no man's land, it's going to be enough. Tap of the spike to fake it. And the timing here could actually work out for Rainy, but it's a regroup now from Splash and ERV, realizing that Rainy is beginning to mount this clutch. And ERV, the one to close the doors, shut the window on his fingers, and tell him that there will be no such shenanigans on today. But at the very least, made an expensive round.
Yeah, I mean, look, Rainy made a great round out of something that should have been absolutely a huge nothing burger for Titan Esports Club. Ultimately, but that is one of the players who I really, really rate throughout this entire series. I mean, this guy is really the entire stage. This guy's been good. So hopefully you can continue to see good performances out of him. I was close. If he were not 2 HP, I would have believed a lot more. But he made a good go of it. I mean, and honestly, even in that round, ERV took a 1v1 there, but here comes the Hunter's Fury. Will Scales fall? Not quite, and gets another to boost! 3! And is gonna note Lucas's position here as well. And a clean round.
You cannot ask very much more of Scales there. The second was impressive. The third, daylight robbery. Genuinely stunning stuff from Scales. Apologies. And I mean, yeah, sidewalking a Hunter's Fury and everything is just incredible work. And yeah, doesn't need to get the res charged up, already has that all online. But clearly the rest of the team also online, slowly 8-4, Splash at 6-4 as well. The weakest performances Sufa at a 3-4. That's hardly a heartbreaking performance in any way, shape, manner, or form. What might be heartbreaking for Howdong, depending on this swing, is this choice of how long he lasts in the round, but slowly getting very, very aggressive on this angle. Does have the backup from his teammate. Meanwhile, Dynamite and Co. echoing out in mid, and Howdong is cleared.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously slowly pushed up there, but for Scales to kind of push with him, understanding the possibility of there being a player behind that little box there, managing to capitalize off of it, and that's another timing taken off of the players in mid. None the wiser about the possibility that there might be players coming up B main, and honestly, they really should have anticipated that, given the fact that Howdong fell fairly early.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of a misrepresentation, but regardless, Titan Esports Club able to get the spike down at least, save a little bit of economy. You have to imagine that's really the best they get. Scales and Slowly still got more than comfortable on the B main. They've got the rotate coming through from the last remaining members. Dynamite would have to go absolutely massive here. Able to sidestep the haunt. Able to dodge the C's, but is he able to get the kill? He's a little bit labored, but he gets it. But Scales the go from B main is all it's going to really need. The first headshot comes through from Lucas, but Slowly swings along. Had that first shot landed on the ERV, it might be a different story, but the story we're currently reading is 6-2 for Tyler.
Yep, and now all of a sudden, this is the one thing that Tiny Esports Club wanted to specifically prevent, was momentum being gained, and that momentum has certainly been gained. Now Tyloo in an excellent position here, able to isolate very, very well, and honestly, some kind of misreads, missteps from CEC here, as I really, really think they should have anticipated someone pushing up from main.
Yeah, defensive side or defensive side, double sentinel. It's going to be hard to get attack rounds,
all the information they should have needed in that specific situation, but
especially considering that they got a lot of money.
Read there, but they look to re-explore mid this round.
Any time, realizing that maybe what has been the problem is these very long and quite labored rounds.
trying to play this playstyle, but this is what happens when you're dealing with double sentinel. Sage wall goes up to stop Boba push, and the trademark goes off to stop any kind of explosion in from market, and Titan Esports Club kind of back to square one.
And that's the problem with Sage, right? Is how good she is at stalling, at delay, right? Like, even if the wall is broken instantly, the hit is now completely telegraphed. So, especially with the slow in play, kind of directly counters your neons of the world, right?
Yeah, doing the same kind of job that Vise does, but slowly having to do a lot more than just a little bit of utility. Dealt with the run it back, but Titan Esports Club have already got onto the site from the back of it. Knight is gonna fall, and Rainy now panicking. The spray comes through, splash with the shorty, and Halidog doesn't quite get the timing either. Lucas and Dynamite in awkward angles with the Prowler lines showing their position. Tyloo just still playing this a little bit patiently. They can just make paranoia happen. They've got all the utility in the world still to push off this Nobi, and now we see the relay ball come through. A reposition from Lucas to try and protect Dynamite, and Coco's able to get one as well. But the man, he tips them. He's named after them. Scale still doing work. Another 3K. And the Mr. Rez doesn't even really need the support. The Battle Sage is more than enough.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great attempt, but at the end of the day, there really wasn't much to be done just because of how many players were in different positions there, how many Tyloo players. Look at Scales' ability to just kind of like peek through that little hole in the smoke, understanding that he could potentially get a punish there, and manages to get 3 on the round off the back of that. This guy is 11-5 right now, getting so much value on Sage on this defense half here.
Definitely interesting to see it, and again, because of the fact the wall doesn't just go up immediately, it is a lot more reactive to Titan Esports Club's attack. So they don't get the capacity just to kind of break the Sage wall and then go, okay, we'll just do the attack as normal. It's always, oh, we're going to execute, Sage wall goes up, and then it immediately kills the momentum, it immediately kills the initial execute. And then Titan Esports Club seem a little bit lost, and well, speaking of lost, the initial execute's been stopped yet again, and 2 members of Tyloo set up, ready to go. The RV could be in a bit more of an aggressive angle, but just deciding to pull back entirely.
And honestly, good on Splash to be able to get out there. ERV punishing Coco there after the TP. That's already a player down. The entry is in, but are we gonna see anything else? Not quite. Rainy with the neon diff, but it's traded instantly, and Dynamite left as the last one. 47 health and a dream left to Sue. Doesn't have the spike, doesn't have great positioning. Info gained, a res in play as well. More spam. It's not looking good.
No, it's pretty painful here, and 20 seconds counting. Oh, the operator shot does whiff, but again, Dynamite, you're in a crossfire, the Sage wall is there. Not exactly sure where Scales has ran off to. He just went on a little bit of a walk, it looked like, but, well, he's not needed. And to be fair, a well-deserved break may be in honor of him. The rest of the team gets the work done, and this, yeah, just optimistic to say the least from Coco. And another aspect from the TEC squad that I'm currently kind of getting my heart broken over is we're seeing at least twice now, maybe 3 times, where someone's on the site and the spike holder is taking a fight on one of the extremities instead of just being the one to get on the site, and it's leaving the spike in these really awkward positions that Titan Esports Club are then having to salvage.
I mean, I think a lot of these plays quite simply are just looking desperate. I think that's the best way to say. And when you play desperately, a lot of the time you tend to forget about fundamentals, the things that you need to do on a round-to-round basis. That's a great start from Rainy, though. This is actually a pretty decent eco strat. They push into mid, and now they have A control. They're gonna go ahead and try to pincer ERV here. He's pretty much left alone, but I mean, look at where the spike is, right? It's not necessarily on the site with the team.
Okay, I'm gonna put this back, and then we'll get into this game.
I feel like it's only a matter of time.
Been watching it kind of casually.
There we go, a kill The flank does come through, and yeah, Coco pays for his life, but the site complete control now. The neural theft as well to give even more confident control. Howdong making sure this round goes the way of TEC. They've only got 2 left. Make it 1. And Scales, 1 versus 3, but there's 2 guns and a high and low ready to greet him on the A site. It's Titan Esports Club finally, off the back of, I believe, an 8 or 7 round back-to-back streak, they stop the bleeding.
And a great time to do so, right? An excellent thrifty round, a great eco strat overall from them. That just honestly, that push up mid, Rainy able to get that early sheriff kill, so much value, and are able to capitalize very, very strongly off of it. It was more or less a situation where they kind of just punched a hole through the center of the map and went exactly where they wanted to. They recognized that A tends to be a lot of the time a weaker site for Tyloo, and excellent capitalization. 2 kills, looking for more. Op doesn't really get much of anything, and this has turned into a 3v1. Tyloo come out with the advantage here, and the rest of the players on TEC noted as they are kind of just left to try to do something in the aftermath of that huge team fight very, very early on.
Wonder how much really can be done. No ultimates and a single dark cover. The second one's about to come out, so they can use it to fake the presence on towards the A site. It's exactly the decision that Coco has made. The Prowler's going to clear out elbow, and Tyloo are going to increase up towards that fight. They know that no one's here, and now all attention diverted towards mid. Titan Esports Club again, in theory, excellent decision making. Execution was about to criticize, but Coco's able to get the double up. Potential blunder that might be all the punishment in the world. 30 seconds left and counting. Sufat gonna go for a peek, knows the information in Coco, and with 20 seconds left, you know the spike's gonna have to go down on the B site. You know you're in a 1 versus 1. You know everything is down to who spots who first.
I mean, absolutely. Haunt there going to just clarify where Coco isn't. He's just going to go ahead and decide to play inside his smoke. And now the question is, where in the world are these players? Coco with a 4K. Saving that and potentially making this a salvageable game. Turning a potential 9-3, but should have been a 9-3 if you want me to be honest, into an 8-4.
A 2v4?
Back of excellent kills there. Amazing trading over in mid, and as we get to the half, I mean,
seen a gap in time engagements. We know that's not the typical half that Tyloo had. As you said, it might be what gets Titan Esports Club back into this game, because Titan Esports Club haven't necessarily been playing fundamentally incorrectly. They've just been kind of a bit cleaner. But either way, the first half is now done. Titan Esports Club don't have to.
I think this is certainly a defense
They're just
favored
mean.
map. Said as or not to be taken advantage, but now that they're on attack, I mean, it's not like Chamber's useless on that half. You still
I wonder where they are in China.
The Headhunter, you still have the Tour de Force, which can be incredibly
So
dangerous
mid walk by Tyloo.
in the hands of a player like Slowly, but we start out with something that we kind of saw a lot from Titan Esports Club, mid control being established very early, but smoke thrown over on A.
They're just taking contact in mid.
For TEC.
It is so far.
Tech doing a good job farming the orbs.
Phoenix. So the orb economy and the ult economy matter massively here now. It's no longer just a freebie. Speaking of just a freebie, though, the flash is going to get turned and splash. An instant kill on towards Dynamite. And Rainy not able to support his compatriot. It is going to be a quick rotate off the back of it, though. Maybe expecting Titan Esports Club to over-rotate themselves, but Tyloo being tricked out here.
Re-peeking into the angle.
Swing to take down
Free A site.
And a near empty A site with Slowly's presence on
and
mid.
Slowly survives.
The fight from Garage is present, and this is all just playing distraction and trying to knock down the timer.
At this point, as long
they
as
don't overheat,
Slowly
they just
lives
stage wall.
here, That is the important thing. I mean, he's gonna
Big
go all
goal.
the way around town.
Splash saves Earth.
Get a kill.
Trade. But
All these
Coco
players
in
just
a
trying
1v.
their absolute
Three.
best to live, and
Bro, this HUD is
really gonna be
crazy.
the one to be the difference maker here potentially, as the rest of the players actually Scale's actually able to heal up. So it's a lot better
Bro,
now.
what is that swing?
Huge wide
What is that
pistol. Lost
swing?
pistol earlier in the game. What a dodge there.
Why Phoenix not like run everywhere? Like why actually with like the 6-point all and such
Feels like
is
Sufat
was he
Baby
not as ubiquitous
is
as people felt?
smurfing.
And that is because at this style of play, just curveballing against the wall like that is not going to catch out very many players. It's not going to stop. It's not going to get like
Dynamite needs to get going.
really anymore unless you do tricksy plays with the curveball, and we've just seen that in action happen. Dynamite does get the ult orb at the very least, but again, Titan Esports Club on another save and 3 players leaning towards A elbow. You have to imagine
Walking to
Dynamite
B.
isn't far from going boom.
Yeah, I mean, Dynamite, honestly, his fuse has been completely quiet for most of this
We
game.
use a Prowler
And I'll
for
go ahead and
B
turn that
main.
around in the rest of
Like,
this one,
I
try
get
to
it.
something going here.
But they're on pistols.
But of course, this round will be difficult to do so. They sort of just push up here. Really.
Wow, there's a timing on the minimap.
Like in a second, we're gonna see a
Where
lot
Sufat Baby threw his second Prowler on A.
gained here. Slowly, hold on, doesn't clear it, but
Slowly.
actually falls to Coco. Dynamite too,
And
Scales
Tekker flooding.
with the entry and 2 kills.
Yes. That was
And
looking
it's not
like
winnable.
something big, not left to right like club. 3 more Dynamite gold digits from Tyloo with skills on 16 and 7, halfway towards the res. It's gonna need to be a dig deep or a timeout.
Absolutely. I mean, I think honestly it would be a solid time for the timeout. Who knows? Maybe they're just saying go next at this point. Like, genuinely, for me, not that they're not trying, but it kind of seems so desperate that it's just kind of like at a certain point, hey, let's just save our energy in a way, right? I mean,
Yeah.
even this sort of play from Dynamite, kind of standing there after your teammate falls early, knowing that there are multiple enemies there, just not the play. It's just, it's these fundamental errors that we're seeing.
They are pretty heavy and they're pretty difficult to watch, and well, this is a lower buy for Tyloo. This should have been the round that Titan Esports Club win, but as you said, that desperation, Nobi, that attempt to kind of force the agenda and force the presence. Well, for Titan Esports Club, it's only forced them maybe down the drain and the economy to follow alongside it. Relay Bolt, of course, the utility to clear the site, but seems to be something we've been saying repeatedly here. The site pretty empty, and Titan Esports Club Haldong stuck with Coco in a 2 versus 5 retake scenario with the backside walled off and the hopes only dwindling. Haunt to give the information on at least 1. And unfortunately, Titan Esports Club are now in a position where I think if they get 3 kills or more, they will be over the moon. But that won't be enough to get them any sort of comfort in the long run.
I mean, it's going to be so difficult here. Haldong with a good
Haldong.
start, instantly traded, and now Coco not really able to do a whole lot here except sit and wait and try his best, but unfortunately not able to come up with anything whatsoever as Tyloo continue on their warpath. And I mentioned how things were kind of up in the air form-wise after not having played since the group stage. I think those questions have been answered. They're right back to where they left off.
Yeah, they're definitely not showing the Nova effect. They're definitely not showing that they're cooled down and that they need time to warm up. And well, second timeout comes through. But I'm not gonna lie, this is a 0 and 6 showing from Titan Esports Club, and I have to concede that we might be seeing a 7th notch added to that scoreline.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And of course, you've got to ask, what is being talked about in this timeout to be able to string together a few rounds, let alone come back into this game? I mean, yeah, I feel like there's just not a whole lot. I mean, it's of course going to be, it's going to have to be a fundamental mindset shift on how this team is going to approach this. It partially is confidence, but I think what's Sentinel.
Well, we're trying this push again, but this time from different sides. It's a nice turn, and the trade's so far.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it was looking like Rainy might be able to get something, but 3 for 1. But this time from different. Well, we're trying this push again, but this time from different. Well, we're trying this push again, but this time from different sides. It's a nice turn, and the trade's so far. Trying this push again, but this time from different sides. It's a nice turn. Well, we're trying this push again, but this time from different sides. It's a nice.
When was the dart thrown? Hold up.
For TEC.
Where does the dart land?
Well, we're trying this push again, but this time from different sides. It's a nice.
It doesn't show it on the minimap.
So far.
Goodness.
Literally just had to get pistols. The Neon literally needed to get like 2.
Handle.
By his teammate, and yeah, I think 6 is really all that Titan Esports Club could even hope to get here. Maybe a 7th.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. I mean, this team fight on A has happened multiple times now. Tyloo has come out on top pretty much every single time, and it hasn't really seemed very close. So, I mean, hey, let's see if you can see a little bit of a different look here. Very, very heavy A fight, very heavy mid fight. Slowly does get the run it back, but Rainy instantly gets way more value as Splash falls, and that's their entry.
Good opening frag, and I do like. I mean, you said this change up in mentality, Nobi. That's a completely different style than what TEC. I mean,
There, let's see if you can see a little bit of a different look here. Very, very heavy A fight, very heavy mid fight. Slowly does
A crunch on
the run it back, but Rainy
A main through tiles.
instantly gets way more value as Splash falls, and that's their entry. Way more value.
it's a completely different style for
We
TEC.
don't see a lot of tiles crunches towards A. Wonder why.
One ultimate has been dealt with. This is the issue when you're on so many round on such a
I mean,
round
if they work,
deficit.
A, they can literally just res splash.
Any utility or any guns, they can just play the long game as long as they can make these rounds expensive.
Yep.
Especially with the res, with the overdrive that's now back.
Slash with the ult. Too fair, baby.
For the
With
run
the
back, what seemed like such a big value
with
play.
his ult as well.
Kind of back to square one.
And Dynamite misses the
Yet again, see
timing.
how he gets this first blood to get this round started.
They, whoa. They sage wall? What is the sage wall? The sage wall is literally...
From Coco, but it's going to be stopped. It's another 1v1 taken, though.
Usually we sage wall. I get that we're splitting A. But I've never seen a sage wall used to split. If that's the case, then we don't need the smoke. What's the point of the smoke? The point of the smoke if we're splitting towards A.
Huge from Coco, but it's going to be
Up yet again to see how he gets this first blood to get this round
Usually
started.
smoke and wall to the right side.
huge from Coco, but it's going to be stopped. It's another 1v1 taken, though. Manages to
And
get
you just
another
revealed it
CFAT,
then.
finally trades
If Tyler win this round,
in a 3v4
then it might be Mickey
advantage
Mouse.
in the hands of Titan Esports Club. But will they be able to maintain it? That's the question. Time ticking down. Only 10 seconds left, and here comes the spike plant. And here also comes 3 players on this wraparound here. It should be expected, and it is.
Whoa.
The TP in an excellent spot.
That's
Slowly
crazy.
finds 2. 2, but now it's all down to Siufat.
And Siufat wins this.
Map, stun, slide, and the tap, and Rady maintains composure.
On Survive V1 scenario, no res from the side of Tyloo though, so a commitment as well from their side is a pretty big deal. This shot here, a very surprising aspect that slowly gets that kill. The fact he gets 2, insane work. But Rainy, the elbow, the composure to not peek out into the operator, the composure just to hold the angle down was everything. And we're doing this A main fight again, Novi. The utility is absolutely suffocating.
Siufat gets 2, 3. Hold up.
The angle down was everything.
It's a 5v3 A fight. The chamber's already past the stun. So is the neon. They both get blinded. Chamber TPs, and then the rest of them refight. How did the Omen get past? Oh, you shrouded step. And that's why you stunned. Well, holy quality.
VB and ERV again, 3 for 1. Why does this seem to be where the hill that TEC die on?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. Because, like I just mentioned, every single time this fight has happened, it has not gone their way, and it will not this time either. A clean sunset map expected, but still certainly a statement made for Tyloo, as it's a pretty early advantage for them going into the rest of the series, and they are quite happy about that result.
Yeah, you can see the pump up from, in fact, the man himself, Siufat. He's done a lot of work before.
Alright, I think I'm gonna end stream for a bit. I'm gonna go take a break, and then we're gonna come back and watch KRX in a couple hours. Was planning to watch map 2. Should I watch map 2? I can watch map 2 before. Alright, I appreciate everybody that tuned in for the stream, green mean. I will be